Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm traveling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilly Hannah from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Lost Archives for our Legacy of Kyoshi campaign, the premier Avatar Legends 5th edition? No, why am I saying 5th edition? The premier Avatar Legends. I guess we're doing our own version of the Avatar Legends. We're up to the 5th version of it. We do some homebrew, so maybe we can justify that. It is wonderful to have you all back. I'm definitely not out of practice after a week off. It's very, very exciting to be jumping back into Avatar Legends. We obviously ended on a wee bit of a cliffhanger last session, as we are wont and excited to do, so I won't keep us too long. However, there is some news to share, some really big, exciting news. The Wandering Village, which I've been playing quite a bit. Archie thought I was going to hand to him then. The Wandering Village, which I've been playing quite a bit of. The latest update, the Research and Economy update, has just come out. It is absolutely fantastic, and even more crazy, one of the developers from the game reached out on one of the YouTube videos saying, thanks so much for this feedback that you gave. Like, thank you so much. Like, we'll do this in the next update. And they implemented it within like 2 days. I didn't say it at the beginning or the end of the video. That was something I mentioned like halfway through, which means they watched it. So Robin, thank you so much. Like, what are you doing watching us? Thank you. I really appreciate it. I am touched. I think your game is absolutely fantastic. I am honored that you took the time to come and watch. I am so excited to be playing around with the new update. It is so cool. And The Wandering Village is such a fun game. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I do recommend it. Not sponsored. I just really, really love it. It's a really great game. We do have some other huge news.
Cheers, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
Thanks, Robin.
Archie.
Yeah.
You have been.
It's my turn.
You've been talking all week about some huge, amazing news that you have to share, but then you also kept asking us to remind you, which does work counter to the hugeness
I do get that.
and amazingness of the news. Okay. Do you want to show him?
Do you want it? Yeah. Just a second.
Got the reply.
Just give him a
There's
second.
no fucking way he got. There's no fucking way he got the reply from. Oh, he got a dog! Oh,
Look at you!
Is that a German Shepherd?
Yeah.
He's a baby. Look at you.
so cute, mate. Boy or girl?
What's his name?
Boy.
What's his name?
Entei.
Entei. That checks out. That checks out.
It makes sense now.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Oh, he also sent us a picture of Entei, the Pokemon.
I
We were
did,
like,
see?
It makes sense now.
was
It
that
makes
to
sense to me.
was that to remind you?
It was to remind me to tell you guys. Not to remind me of the name.
I don't know. How do I do an insight check on that right now?
Roll
Yeah,
on that 20.
That's very exciting. brilliant. Yeah, we did have.
Very
So
well.
Shrippy wants to know. I heard the news was that you'd found out that show. It's funny you mentioned that, Shrippy. I joked about this as Archie was coming in just before. I said, "Oh, did you find out the show?" The look of sheer disappointment on his face that I thought that was the news. Wow, chef's kiss. No,
Yeah.
we have not. I maintain to this day that the show never
Look,
existed.
I'm with you at this point.
I
Are you
thought
with
we
me?
agreed
You're
that
willing
we
to
should
admit?
I'm pretty sure. Hang on, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to go back through the message that I posted in our group chat.
Was it a Vine? Did you watch a Vine?
No. Hang on.
I think he just conflated like Sky High and some other TV show
I'm
together.
starting to think it was the TV show my subconscious came up with to block out my childhood trauma.
You got to
That's a
hear,
message
folks.
I sent.
Another great outcome for the members of the Lost Archives. Yeah. So for those of you who are still searching for the TV show, thank you everybody who gave suggestions and genuinely tried
Thanks,
to find
guys.
this. It does mean that like no one gets a T-shirt, which is really disappointing. Unless it turns out you do find the
Owen
show.
gets a t-shirt.
I get a T-shirt. Fantastic. Very excited.
No,
yeah.
but I've seen it. I should be seen it.
What's it called then, Shroopy?
Don't believe a thing that man says.
Okay.
I believe
Why?
him with all my heart.
No, I think I'm with Bree on this. I suspect out of all of us, she might be the one to have the better like vibe.
He's
intuition.
genuinely full of shit like 83% of the time.
Heard it here, folks.
But what about that 17%?
Yeah.
Archie, I want you to
That's what
cling
he
on to that
tells me he loves
17%.
me, so-
hope. Well, on that note, I think we should start with our recap and jump into the session. Let us do our recap and let us jump in. We obviously had a bit of a spicy session last week. Some plans went, I don't want to say wrong, but took a left-hand turn, let's say. So let's do our recap. Let's jump in. I've done a slightly longer recap just to get us back into the vibe of things. I know it's been a week since we were last here, so let's do our recap. It's been 3 years since the false avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Akoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly from Ba Sing Se, and Tilla from the Siwong Oasis. After capturing some bandits plaguing the nearby settlement of Koru, the team are tracking missing cargo and suspected pirates in the ocean surrounding the Southern Water Tribe. Now teamed up with 3 pirate hunters, Kyu, Yara, and Koz, the team departed Wolf Cove in the Southern Water Tribe for their unsanctioned bounty hunt. After recovering a hidden chest from a sunken wreck with the help of the Avatar, and almost ending up as moray angler eel food in the process, the team opened the chest to find letters and scrolls, some looking to be quite old, others fairly recent. Realizing the chest was a dead drop for the Fifth Nation remnants, the team have now travelled to one of the locations listed on the scrolls, an appropriately named Little Island, just off the coast of the Southern Air Nation archipelago. Arriving at the island, the team spotted a number of ships beached along the shore and a larger tall ship back in the harbour, with quite a few members of the Fifth Nation soldiers crawling across the island. Ted and Kyoshi departed for the Southern Air Temple to get a kite and some supplies, Ted taking a quick dip in the water after failing to fly low, and thereby alerting the bandits on the beach to something being amiss. Making their way to the Southern Air Temple, Ted met up with an old friend, Craftsman Kite, requesting an Airbender staff for Kyoshi and for his brother Jedd. After securing the 2 staffs, the 2 made their way back to the temple entrance, bumping into Ted's old master Sayan. Ted, clearly befuddled by the sight of his teacher, disclosed way too much information and revealed exactly what had happened with the Sunset Spirit, essentially blaming the entire situation on his brother Jedd, in earshot of Kyoshi. Meanwhile, back at the boat, the rest of the team planned their disguises, deciding on how to disguise the team most effectively to infiltrate the camp of the Fifth Nation and the Yellownecks at the same time. Just as Ted and Kyoshi arrived back at the boat, the Sunset Spirit appeared again to pay its debt to the party, Kyoshi immediately preparing to go on the attack. Able to briefly defuse the Avatar and prevent their position being given away, Kyoshi agreed to hold her questions until after the pirates were dealt with. As the team prepared to sneak over to the island, they arrived on the shore, a large ship pulling up into the eastern section, a ship made of metal, clearly of Fire Nation make. Striding off the boat and onto the beach, Admiral Kong led a group of pirates, followed by a figure in chains, a figure that Keeko recognized as Sonak, a son of the chief of the Southern Water Tribe. With time now of the essence, the team split into two groups, while Keeko, Tilla, and Jedd infiltrated the campsite, pretending to be a forward scout group of bandits and pirates. Ted, Lilly, Kyoshi, and the pirate hunters stayed in the shadows. Initially able to talk their way into the campsite and making introductions to a grizzled pirate by the name of Crake, the group soon found themselves welcomed amongst the partying pirates. That was until Lilly crawled way too close to the ledge and plummeted through the cloth roof, landing squarely in the middle of the gathering. While it was looking like the whole plan was about to fall apart, some quick thinking from Lilly diverted the pirates' attention instead towards the Yellownecks, convincing them that their leader King had been carelessly sharing the details of this meeting to children and any random he happened to come across. She wasn't able, though, to prevent a group of pirates heading out to search the island, particularly the western coast. We left off last session as the party were about to make their way to the shoreline, decided on outing King to the Fifth Nation. However, right as they were about to leave, some of the search party returned, having found the team's boats. And that is where we left off last session, the rat-faced pirate having rushed back in from the western side of the campsite, moving through the narrow fissures that lead to this rather open, almost like makeshift campsite, sunken down in the center of the island. Sir, we were going along the western edge and found some large boats, particularly large canoe. There could have been loads of people fit in it, sir. There's no way this child, no way she rode it by herself. And with that, you watch as Crake nods very slowly and looks down towards you, Lilly. Right then, lass. Anything you want to tell me?
Yeah, I saw that boat when I came in. So, I don't know who was there first, but...
Oh, so how... Where's your boat?
I told you, I swam.
You swam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny. If anything, I believe it less the second time around. I didn't really believe it at all the first. Honestly, lass. Come on. You're in enough trouble as it is. There's no point lying.
I'm not lying. Why do you automatically assume that I'm lying?
Here's how it is. We've got scouts up all around the island. We've got boats in the harbour. Unless you swam out from the open ocean, which are you trying to tell me you swam across the open ocean to get here?
I swam in through the mangrove trees.
I see. That's the problem. The only way you could have done that is if you swam out from the islands behind us. Which... Where'd you climb on board? Because it wasn't at the beach where we had our boats. You would have been seen. So I'm guessing you would have had to come down to the western side, which is where they just found that canoe. Canoe? What sort of condition is it in? Any supplies on it? Yes, sir. A few bags worth of supplies, and it looks like it's pretty new, pretty fresh. So the canoe's not been there that long? No barnacles on it? No, sir.
It was there when I got here.
Right. So there's other people on the island, you're saying? You haven't seen anyone else around apart from Fifth Nation?
I didn't even see any scouts when I came up here.
He nods slowly. Right. You lot.
Are you guys actually, keeping an eye on the island, or are you just letting anyone walk in?
You lot. We need a contingency up on top of the island. Make sure that we're checking out the upper sections. We're going to need a stronger watch. Some of the men off the boats. There's people here. Others for sure. I would have thought a search.
You know, if King told me about this and told me to come here, maybe you are right that he's told someone else.
The way I see it, lass, there's only two options here. Either you're lying now, and you've come with a group of other people, or King was telling multiple people about this, in which case, there's no way we're forming an alliance with the Yellownecks tonight. We're taking him out, claiming the rest of his men as our own, bolstering the Fifth Nation. The Yellownecks are through. If this is what their leadership's like after the loss of their previous management, they're better off working for us.
I mean, it sounds like this is just going to be another thing we can use against him to help them all turn against. And that'll make this whole endeavor a lot easier.
Aye, I'm going to regardless of whether or not you're telling the truth. But I'd also like to be very sure. Trust but verify. Isn't that what they say in the Fire Nation? He looks around, realizing there's no Fire Nation. Yeah, he looks around, realizing there's no Fire Nation around right now. Sort of nods and goes, "It's what they say. It's what they say in the Fire Nation." Right. Okay.
I heard they say Flameo Hot Man.
Not for another 100 years. A minimum, actually, it's probably not for like another 150, 160 years.
Yeah, it's probably like 150 or so.
Because it's Flameo Hot Man. It's going to be about 250 to 300 years because Flameo Hot Man's a thing when Aang is a child, which means it's like probably towards the end of Roku's avatar. So it's like, we're talking like 300 years until Flameo Hot Man's a thing. No, they don't. No one's ever said that. And no one ever will. That'll never catch on. It's a shite thing to say.
Your kids are going to love that one.
Your great grandkids will love it. Yeah. Does it feel like?
Should I roll for bad habits for con?
Try and I think so. I think that's pretty fair.
Roll towards survival. Please be a good roll. That's a 4. What the fuck? That's a 4 with a +2.
That's a fail.
Why is this all going so wrong?
You watch as Crake sort of nods, looks.
Wait, do I still have that advantage from Shruby from last session?
Did you spend it?
No, you told her she wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
Oh, then you definitely don't still have it because you didn't have it then either.
You told me I could use it in the future, just not for that one roll because I'd already rolled it.
All right, go on then. You can use it.
Because she used it like 3 times beforehand.
Oh, true. Yeah, I remember now. Yep, that's good. You're welcome to do it. Go on.
I got a 9.
9. Success with consequences. Bree's mum says she has it. Oh, well, in that case, I'm sure there's no bias there.
I trust her.
Yeah.
Why would she lie?
Exactly. Where's the motivation? Seems like a lovely lady. Why would she lie? As you sort of like really trying to push this, Lilly, you know the stakes here. You've already kind of given away that they need to search the Western Shore. You've also now revealed that they probably need to be searching the top of the island as well. When you said, when I got up here, there was no one around and no scouts. You realize that you've just made Ted, Kyoshi's, Kyu, Yariko's, you've made their lives quite difficult. The canoe that you guys were all going to use to get out of here if things have gone wrong, there's no way that's going to still be there. The pirates will have taken that. You also know that those 5 are up on the bluffs, hiding in the shadows up around the scarce foliage that's up on this upper section of the island that's along the top. You've now also just triggered a bunch of scouts to go and have a deeper exploration of that area and have a bit of a look around. You realize in this moment, possibly you have thrown your friends under the bus. But then again, Ted probably deserves it. He did just throw Jedd under the bus pretty harshly. Not that you know about any of this. Mm-hmm. But this is the rules of the jungle. This is how you survived in the city. This is how you survived in Ba Sing Se. Sometimes you've just got to hand wave over this way while you make an escape with the contents of their coin purse in the other. As you push the blame onto one of your friends or one of your other fellow orphans on the street. And it seems to be working. As Crake nods, he looks at you and goes, "Aye, you've got an honest face, lass, and really you'd have to be fucking mad to be lying to me right now, knowing that there's no way you're getting off this island without the permission of the Fifth Nation. You'd have to be pretty brain dead. And you don't look like you're dumb. I don't think you got here if you were stupid."
Exactly, and you wouldn't want me as part of your crew if I was stupid, so you better hope I'm not.
I think you'd better hope you're not. It's the downsides for us if you turn out to be stupid is we get to feed some fish off the side of the boat. A little bit of bait.
I don't think I would taste very good.
You'd be surprised what the scavengers will eat. Right, come on then.
No.
You, me, the Sandbender, we're off. Actually, he doesn't know you're Sandbender. Let me rephrase that. Sorry. You, me, the 2 Yellownecks, and what was it? Dika?
Dika.
Dika.
I just literally watched the video on free from speed to remember my name.
I almost considered saying a different name as him testing you, and I was like, nah, Brandon, he'll remember the name he used only a week or two ago. I should have been
He
like,
takes
Darker.
notes.
I was like, Darker, Darren.
hey, Ducker.
I was like,
Ducker.
there's a duck that did come in. Ducker was there.
We're heading down to the beachhead. I'm going to see if we can get into this meeting and make sure that we make it clear. The king's no worthy ally. The Yellownecks might be worth a bit of manpower to us, but their leader, there's no value in siding with a man who just gives out the details. And his own fucking code book. He gave you a code book. His code book. It's just madness.
Yeah.
Right, come on. We're off. Unless of course you worried about what might happen while we're gone. You. Yeah?
Wasn't I gonna go get the backing of the other troop?
If you want.
Cool. I'll meet you guys later then.
Do you know where you're going?
Yes.
Alright. And, Dika, you're still happy to keep an eye on this one?
I'll keep an eye on this little one. And still like just grab her by the little arm and like, man, this one here, unbreakable.
I yanked my arm out of your hand.
You've just met her. Maybe don't get too attached.
Unbreakable.
We don't know yet whether she's lying. I don't think she is, but if she is, don't get too attached, Dika.
Okay, so I kill her on sight if she does anything dodgy. I've got you, Craig. Thank you.
Let's not. We don't need to escalate immediately to that. But if she does anything dodgy,
Okay.
you're a waterbender, right?
Yes.
Just freeze her.
I thought you were going to take me to the prison cells in the ship if I was bad.
That's an option too. I guess we could do that. Can I do that? Is that okay if I do that? Can I lock her in the ship?
Yeah, 100%.
Does
If she's dodgy or does anything that you don't think is appropriate or is clearly acting suspicious, you take her straight to the brig. Hey, what did they?
Also,
You're one of us, lad. What, you're telling me you don't know how to take her to the brig?
I will. I'll take it to the brig. I'm just double checking. I just want to be sure about these things. Hey, all right. You can be off. We get this sorted.
Yes, take me to the ship with bombs are.
What about you, Yellowneck? Your friend's going elsewhere. As he turns towards you, Tilla. What about you, Yellowneck? You coming with me to meet up with the rest of your crew? She's eating. I picked an ideal opportunity. I love that because it's kind of like in this moment, it's like no one's focusing on Tilla. Tilla sort of reaches over, grabs, I'm going to say like a little wedge of cheese and starts just having a snack. I'd say Tilla might be a stress eater. Would that be fair to say, Dragon? You reckon like in times of stress and anxiety, Tilla likes to have a little snacky just to help along?
Probably.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Like she works in a high stress environment, like chasing down bandits.
She needs
and
something to do, and because she can't do anything else, the closest thing she can do is eat.
have a little snack. As Tilla's like just destroying a wheel of cheese. You watch? No, it's not a whole wheel. Not a wheel. It's like Skyrim. She's paused the game and she's just eating an entire wheel of cheese, just shoving it in her mouth. As Tilla just quickly smashes a wedge of cheese, you watch as Craig looks over towards you. Goes, oh, you need a moment there.
I'm hungry.
Well, it's fine to eat, but what?
I'm hungry. I'm Dika.
You don't need to respond. You just nod or shake your head. Are you coming with me to deal with the rest of the Yellownecks, or are you sticking with your pal, old mate over
I'll
there?
come with you.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see you down at the beachhead in what, 10, 15 minutes?
Sicker, cool.
Don't get so excited. All right. And with that, Craig nods to you, Tilla, and as he goes to walk away, he pauses from it, reaches back, grabs a wedge of cheese himself, has a bite, and goes, oh, yeah, that's fucking good. That's fucking good. Come on, let's go. Grab another one for the road. If you don't want it, I'll have it.
Another one.
If you don't want it, I'll have it. Perfect. As Tilla and Craig head off, leaving behind Keeko, Lilly, and Jedd, the rat-faced pirate who is still there watches them both go, looks towards you, Lilly, squints his eyes and goes, got my eye on you. Just like the whole like fingers like looking, and then like wanders back into the darkness down the passageway to go and fetch the boat.
Fucking in the eye.
Want me to stab it out for you? Like,
He pauses as you say that, looks back and goes, You can't reach because you're small. Ha! And then runs away before you can respond. He, like, sprints off down the corridor.
He really is a rat.
If I didn't value this like stone dagger so much, I would be throwing it at him.
Sometimes it's fun to just play an irredeemably shit person. Like, not an irredeemably evil, just an irredeemably shit person. Because they exist. They exist.
It's me.
It's not you, mate. We need to talk about your self-esteem.
This person, I'm pictured this person. They're in like the smokers area, the worst pub I've ever met. Like that's this person, imagine. Yeah.
But they haven't brought their own cigarettes. They're just getting off everyone else's secondhand smoke because it's cheaper. Obviously. They're like, it's cheaper.
They're like picking up the butts out of the ashtray and like relighting them.
No, they don't need to. They don't need to. There is no economic reason for them to do it. They could afford the cigarettes if they wanted to. They just why are people throwing away perfectly good cigarettes, eh? Look at these ashtrays full of good shit. Wow, the voice has evolved a bit, and I like this one more.
Stick them in the oven.
Stick them in the oven.
I like it.
If you cut them all up, you can make one full cigarette. Yeah, there we go. That's the voice. I found it.
Disgusting.
It's so bad.
You
can make one full cigarette. I feel like you only hear this voice in Australia. It's a very...
One of my chefs I used to work with.
We've met this guy before. We've met him.
Everyone's met this guy.
He's got an unnecessary, like, abbreviated nickname that ends in O, like Damo, Samo, like something like that. Like they've added to it. Steve-O. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, as the rat-faced man goes, you couldn't reach, you're too small, and then runs off. Yeah, there we go. That's the voice I'm committing to for the rest of this session from now on. As he takes off down the corridor. Jedd, Lilly, and Keeko, you're alone right now.
Yes, we are. Is there many people still in the area with us?
No.
Or are they all run off?
Crake sent away pretty much everyone that was here. The only person who's here is the bard, who's currently packing up his what did we say it was? I think it was a variation on the fiddle.
Something no one had heard of.
Yeah, it was like a variated fiddle. As he's packing up his fiddle, you can see him kind of packing it away, putting things away. And as he sees you guys over at the bar, gives you a nod, Keeko. I mean, you called for more music. He's a fan of yours. Nods over, heads on over, grabs a bottle from behind the bar, opens it on the edge of the bar, takes a swig, and then wanders off down towards the beach, whistling as he goes. A little jaunty pirate tune.
Raise my glass as he heads off.
As he just
I'm
takes off.
not saying that you should, Jedd, but I think someone should go warn everyone hiding up there that there's people looking now.
Okay,
Did you say that out loud? What the fuck did you just fall for the ceiling? Can we just get that?
Yeah, hold on.
out here right now?
Why are we skipping over that?
doing
Hang
anything
on.
else? What the fuck are you?
I now have to go convince people that I don't know to commit treason.
Yeah, right. Right now. Why did you do this to him?
Because I rolled a 3.
Wait, what do you mean rolling? What is that? What are we rolling for? Where'd you get dice?
Well, I wanted a better vantage point because I thought you guys might have been in trouble and I wanted to hear what they were saying. And I didn't realize the canvas was so fucking thin.
There's a lily-shaped hole in the center of the canvas. I know that's not how physics works, but it's too funny not to have.
It is now.
It is now.
Okay, that came off main. Sorry, Lily. Didn't mean it that way. My God, that was funny.
You're fine. But yeah, Jedd, you should maybe go tell the others.
I don't know where they are, first of all.
Up there.
I look up. Do I see them?
No, no, they're hiding. If you can just look up and see them, then any of the pirates down here would be able to look up and see them.
No. This is fine.
You just see Kyoshi's looking through the lily-shaped hole, just waving, going like, "Hi."
I look up and I just go. No, I can't see them.
Where's my baby boy? From Coast as he looks over the edge trying to find Keeko. Where's my little pumpkin?
Look. Really?
My little sea cucumber.
Oh my god.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
It's getting a bit more overt now. Sorry.
They've got the avatar with them, right?
Yeah, but they've also got Ted.
Good point.
He hasn't done anything wrong for a while, right? No, I take that back. Hang on a second.
Yeah, didn't he
It's
just
been like 10 minutes, maybe.
Look, you're an airbender. You could just really quickly glide up there and then sneak around to the side, and then you can go
Yeah,
talk to
but
the
they
yellow
don't
next.
know I'm an airbender, so if someone catches me, that's even worse for me.
Well, then be stealthy.
Can you stealthy?
Than me.
Just don't fall through the roof and you'll be fine.
Not a competition at this point. Sorry, Lily.
I'm gonna stomp on your foot.
But I'm really,
that.
but I'm really into the vibe of like helping these people
I'm gonna wait.
commit treason and side with the other people.
I'm also having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
Keeko, we should go to the ship.
Oh yeah, you guys go
Down
to
to
the
the
wait.
ship.
Why do you want to go ship? Isn't that where the prison is?
It is. But do you know what else is in there? Explosive jelly.
Oh, that'll
thinking
help
of a
our escape
person.
when we have to blow up the ship because there's no other way to
We
walk our way off the boat.
could like set up explosives on each one of these ships and then
Except one.
hightail it the fuck out of here on our canoe. We have a canoe.
They found the canoe.
That's fine.
Doesn't
mean they destroyed it.
We just don't. Is it still there?
And
They
based
often
on what they
might
said, yes.
destroy. They often might they often might destroy ships when they see them if they're not theirs and burn them. It could be a thing. Like it's been
Okay,
known.
is
Wait, did
there-
I lose all my resources?
If you see a ship that's not yours and it's on your shores and you know it's an escape boat, you're probably likely to throw a few torches in it.
Can we-
just putting it out there?
Can we make that rhyme? Because you started off so well. If you see a ship that's not yours, abandoned on your shores, take a fire, burn it bright, and dance around in delight. Ah, there we go.
Oh, I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. But yes, that could happen.
Well, is there any like small ships out there that you think we would be able to take and just get away on?
Any of the other two that isn't the big metal one.
We could find a sloop easy, but that big ship looks pretty damn good.
So there's two larger ships. There's the tall ship, the two-masted tall ship, the Wave Cutter, which was the ship you knew Admiral Kong to sail before he clearly acquired this Fire Nation steamer. The metal-clad Fire Nation. I'm going to call it an ironclad from now on. The ironclad Fire Nation ship. Keeko, you have no idea how to sail that, but you know how to sail a sloop. And the tall ship. Well, you don't even know how it works.
That was my next question.
Yeah. But you would know how to sail a tall ship. The Wave Cutter, and you know that you need a crew of probably about 5 or 6 at the very least to be able to sail a boat like that. You plus Yara, Kyu, and Co. 100%. Though the 4 of you know how to sail this tall ship. That's at least 4 of you who know what you're doing, and you've got another 5 who mixed experience. 2 of whom are airbenders.
Got the avatar. It's fine.
2 of whom are airbenders. 1 of whom's the avatar. You've also got Lilly, who's clearly got some like weird understanding of technology, of understanding how mechanisms work. If you can put her on like maybe the anchor chain, she might be able to figure out how to get that up pretty quickly. You've got options here. You've got options. I mean, and the other thing as well, right? Even if the boat's beached, Tilla's a Sandbender. That might come in handy.
I would just like to point out that I still have a heck ton of flammable twine, which will make this entire endeavor really fun.
Explosion chain, explosion chain.
Chain.
That sounds
So,
more
I
like
think-
Dragon than Tilla talking just then.
Very much.
They're one and the same.
So I think it would be really cool if we go find some of this explosive jelly that they are so well known to have, and then you just tell me which one not to rig up to blow up.
We can do that. There's the Wave Cutter. I'll point it out to you. We keep that ship. That ship's a good ship. It'll get us safe.
Oh,
I just want to save Sonak, if possible. That would be great. I'd rather not blow him up and we blow up the Fire Nation.
So Sonak isn't on the ship anymore. He's actually on the beachhead, probably
Get off the
down.
ship.
You saw Admiral Kong
Beachhead.
leading him down onto the beachhead.
We were also
Gotcha.
told that.
Yeah. Just then?
Before.
Cool.
We were
Sweet.
talking to
Thank
the
you,
other
memory.
captain.
Yeah. When you're talking to
Thank you, memory.
And like,
Remember,
I'm
because we said they were gonna
happy
kill him.
because also, you had like a conversation with one of the pirate hunters
I
about like,
believe
wait, was that you? Yeah,
Was it the pirate
Keeko
hunter?
and one of the pirate hunters.
Q? I think about it because Keeko and Q
Yara.
had an in-depth conversation
Oh,
about
that's right. Yeah,
his
those
like
two.
alliances, and she was like, "Well, I know that I know that you are a 5th nation pirate. I've known for some time, but you seem to have kind of turned your back on them somewhat. So I'm willing to pretend that you're not for the time being.
Yeah.
But we do need to
you
save
guys were
Sonar."
gonna do. Yeah, so you guys were going to plan to save Sonar. So you can do that while I rig up the ships once you get me out there, because I'm not going to be able to just walk out there by myself. I'm going to have to
I'll get
be
you.
escorted. So
I'll get you there.
Yeah, you escort me out there. I'll sneak around, steal some jelly. I'll rig up the ships. Just point out to me which ship you like as we walk out,
Done.
so I don't accidentally blow them all up.
That is a good plan. And if
Accidentally on
rig them all
purpose.
up, like I know those ships, they'll have plenty of explosives. You'll find barrels there. You'll have like black bandings on them, little cork on the top. Trust me, you know what they look like. You'll have a bunch of those ones there. They haven't got rum in them.
Christmas is
They're-
early.
The giant red barrels with like like black markings on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, big red
Red
flame.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Owen, as I'm saying this with Lilly, can I just do a cheeky assess the situation just to be certain?
Yeah.
Rat face.
What
Just
about Ratface?
Realizing how much we're talking right now, I'm just
Well,
just
I'm talking
worried.
quietly.
That's a 7.
And what would you like to know if you're being overheard?
I would like to know, that I'm being overheard. If there's
As you
anyone
look around,
sneaking in the shadows in any of these little crevices.
There's a rat.
as you look around,
Can we kill the rat?
Keeko, the pathway that Ratface ran down, you hear no sounds of someone breathing, no sounds of disturbance of the rocks, the gravel along the pathway, and as you look down, you can't see any sign that he's still there. It does look indeed like he has rushed off. You've got to remember, the way that Lilly arrived, there is actually no suspicion on Jedd, Keeko, or Tilla. You guys were pretty plausible. You came in, and any suspicion that might have been on you was immediately diverted to Lilly when she fell through the fucking roof. So, like,
You're welcome.
in this specific
yeah.
situation, Keeko, you and to be honest, you're not lying. You were and still are, in many of the Fifth Nation's eyes, a member of the Fifth Nation. They just don't know what happened to you after the fleet was destroyed by the Avatar. So, like, you're in a really good spot here. You don't think there's any suspicion on you at all. There's definitely suspicion on Lilly, the rat-faced man, and Crake, both.
Yeah.
You can see that they don't trust Lilly. As you look up around the edge of the opening, so obviously, I'll just describe it again. So, this is almost like a sandstone cavern and sandstone passageways. This particular area has been opened up and hollowed out, probably by water and wind over years and years and years, creating this kind of natural, almost like a natural meeting area, like a natural town square is the best way to kind of describe it, with pathways leading through the rock and the stone up towards the surface. But this area is a depression inside the rock, and a large stretch of canvas with a strangely child-shaped hole in the very middle of it has been stretched over the center of this as a makeshift roof. As you're looking around, Keeko, we're going to jump over to Ted, and we'll come back with the 4 of you
Can I-
later. Oh, yeah?
Can I do one thing of that just so
Yeah.
I don't forget?
Yeah.
I just tell Lilly and that hey, look, looks like we're all very safe around here. You can definitely go that way. No one else is keeping an eye on us. And Lilly and I go this way. And because I said situation and I gave some directions to people of what we should do, can I get a point?
A point?
To spend a team point for
Yes.
assess the situation. And thank you. I really appreciate you.
We'll come back to your assess
Gotta do
situation
that
because
10
you
point
might
later.
you might be able to see something about what's happening on the surface. I need to know what Ted's doing while all this goes down. Ted, this is what
Hello.
you saw while this shit went wrong. The 5 of you, yourself, Kyoshi, Lilly, Kyu, and Yara, you were silent and stealthy, creeping around the outside of this rocky outcropping, moving from shadow to shadow, using the natural foliage as coverage. Sparse though it may be, it is enough to keep you hidden. And as you reached the edge of this outcropping, you watched as Lilly very carefully, slowly, painstakingly made her way to the edge of the crevice. and then promptly walked out onto the edge of the canvas and fell straight through, landing amongst the rest of the group with a loud thud. You were able to use your airbending to kind of prevent that fall from killing her, as if she'd landed badly might have done. And you have now watched her kind of play this off a little bit as she's talking and trying to create some sort of narrative which makes sense. You can see that she doesn't seem to be in immediate danger. While she's having these conversations, Kyoshi comes up next to you. Clearly she was ready for shit to go down as well, but as she sees that Lilly is currently chatting, quite happily chatting along to the rest of these pirates, you can see Keeko? You can see Keeko, Jedd, and Tilla standing around. Also, I mean, there doesn't seem to be any attention on them at all right now. It seems like it's mostly focused on Lilly. Kyoshi turns to you. For a minute I thought that was it. I thought I was going to have to dive down there and try and take them all out while keeping the rest of you lot safe, keeping Lilly safe, but she's actually playing this off quite well. Do we stay up here? What do we do?
I mean, you're the Avatar.
I'm still willing to go down there and fuck them up. You're the ones who want this to be careful and slow.
Look, I think that they'll be fine. Lilly, Tilla, and Keeko are kind of the brains of the party. I think they'll find a way around it.
We're still waiting for the signal then. Do we need to move up? I'm wondering if this lot aren't in any real danger right now, perhaps I need to be making my way down towards the beach.
I think we should just keep going. I think they've got this. How far away is the boat from us?
Which one? Your canoe?
Our canoe.
It's about a 5-minute walk back through the scrub down the edge of the mountain. Not a little bit. It's not like within line of sight. I'll say that because it's like around and down and back on the coastline.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just keep moving.
Right.
I'll say watch. I'll try and stick with them.
Yes, I was about to suggest perhaps we should make sure at least one of us stays with them. As an airbender, you're the most logical choice. I feel like we're exposed out here, up on the bluff. You're the only person with a valid reason for being here. The air temple's just up on the rise. Maybe you saw the ships and came down to investigate and check. Airbenders normally get away with stuff. Unfortunately. Wish I could use that.
Okay.
Right. Well, then I might take Yara, Kyu, and Koz.
I'll follow them, whichever way they go.
Done. Kyoshi nods over towards Yara and Kyu, who are sort of staying towards the edge of the bushes. You watch as Koz stomps up through the brush, kicking aside a bit of dirt, as Yara turns and goes like really over-exaggerating, shushing him for podcast listeners without making a sound. You watch as Koz nods and then immediately steps forward onto the branch that he just kicked. You see Yara just like put her face, full face palm, as she slowly drags her hand down her face and looks over at Kyoshi, then sees Kyoshi kind of gesturing to her, puts a full hand on Ko's chest and mouths, "Stop here, you fucker," and then wanders over to Kyoshi with Kyu as Ko's kind of stands there, looking a bit sad and a bit hurt. As Yara and Kyu catch up to you, Ted and Kyoshi, Kyoshi quickly relays the plan that you're going to stick around at the top of the bluff while the rest of them head forward to the beachhead, trying to sort of stay out of sight. There's the good news is down around the edge of the beachhead, there's a bit more foliage that you guys can kind of hide in. This upper section's probably a bit exposed with the wind, with the salt, but you can see down there's still mangroves that grow around the lower section, as well as some really scraggly she oaks that have colonized that lower part of the island. Looks like it might be not a bad spot to hide. As the four of them move off, you are alone. It's at this moment as Keeko looks up. Keeko, you see a bald head with a blue arrow sticking up over the top of one of the rocks as Ted hides behind it.
Give you a little one of those ones. For the listeners, I put my finger to my eyebrow and I pointed him.
Perfect. a little mini salute, a friendship salute.
Little 07.
All right. 007. All right. So, Lily, you want to go?
That's not the 007
what
theme.
was that noise? What was? Da-da-da-da-da. What's that one?
That's an ad from something, isn't it? Isn't that like the? It's not the McDonald's theme. It's not the McDonald's theme. The McDonald's theme is different. The McDonald's theme is dun 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 dun. That was different. It was almost that though.
Yeah. Am I thinking of
What
like
were you?
Perry the Platypus or
was it-
something?
You might be thinking of Perry the Platypus. Dun 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 dun.
Is it Incredibles?
Austin Powers?
Could be.
No, I think that might be Incredibles. I think
Is it Incredibles?
Yeah, that's Incredibles. Yeah, it is.
I recognize it.
Who bet on Brandon for tonight? Everyone bet on
I think I
me.
should have
Just
bet on myself.
Troopy.
What the fuck? It's fair.
Troopy getting bank. Troopy, you know how to gamble.
It's the jingle from Archie's show. Nice. Nice. Oh, mate. Ted, as the rest of the group seem to be splitting up, you watch as Keeko begins to head off down towards the beach with Lilly. Jedd and Tilla seem to be... Where are you guys going? Are you heading down to the beach or are you off on your own little adventure? No, sorry, Tilla's gone. You watch as Tilla heads off with Crake and disappears, Ted. Yeah, sorry, Tilla's gone. You watch as Tilla vanishes. It's just Jedd, Lilly, and Keeko left. You watch as, Keeko and Lilly head off down towards the beach. Jedd, what are you doing? Where are you going? Where are you going?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Shut up, Andrew. If I, being an airbender, I don't know if
Yeah.
this works. If I
Oh,
like
no.
whisper, can I
Yeah.
whisper something to him?
You want to cast message?
Yeah.
So.
Are you within 120 feet and there's nothing blocking line of sight?
No,
I think so.
no, they're not the requirements for airbending. Okay. Here's the situation, Archie, and I want you, once I've got to the end of this explanation, I want you to tell me if you think this would work or not.
Okay, hit me.
You're not bending sound, you're bending air. Sound doesn't travel through air in the way that you're thinking it does. It's
Okay,
not that...
but sound does travel through air.
No, sound... So the way
Air
that...
is everywhere.
No. But
Air
the
is
way
everywhere.
that sound travels through air and travels through water is it's the vibrations moving the molecules. Your airbending is going to move the molecules of air, thereby cancelling out your sound very quickly. So my question to you is, do you still want to try and do this?
Do I have a piece of parchment and a pen? Probably. I'm an airbender. Can I write a message to Jedd?
Can you just like carve it on a rock and throw it at
Yeah,
him?
I was about to say, just
I
carve it
feel
on the
like
rock and
we've
just
done this
throw it at it.
before.
That was how the entire Embers of War campaign started. Was Brandon's character Rung carving messages into rocks with earthbending and throwing them at Arl. It's how they
Yes.
communicated over long distance.
It worked out great.
I mean,
It's
it
like
worked well then.
it's
Is
a
this not
sending
it now?
stone. You just carve your message in the stone and throw it. It's a sending stone. Well, what do you need?
We invented instant messaging. We invented the wheels barrow. We invented a lot of things.
Jesus Christ. Yes.
Wheelsparrow.
Still one of my favorites. Still one of my favorite moments, and also something I feel the most guilty for. I did not need to be that savage to Dave. He's a lovely man who was just trying his best to deal with the situation that I described, and I just tore him apart for it. It was so unnecessary.
It's not called a fucking wheels barrow, is
It
it?
was so unnecessary. It was not necessary. To this day, I did not need to be that harsh. Dave asked a very honest question: how many wheels does it have? And I did not. I don't know what I've been. I don't know who hurt me that day. I don't know what it was, but that came out of nowhere. Even for me, I heard myself say it, and there's a part of my brain, probably the frontal lobe, that went like, "Ooh, that was a bit mean, Owen. Maybe we should ease off a bit. There's no need to bully people." Yeah, sorry, Dave. If you're listening, I know you are listening, Dave. I am still sorry. I am still very sorry about that. It was
You know
really
it's bad
harsh.
when your own consciousness tells you, hey, wait, hold up.
Mine's strangely
It's like
silent
been
about a
2.5
lot of
years
things.
ago that happened, and
Yeah.
we're all just like, yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, Dave. It's pretty still. I have deliberately like been less harsh as a result of that, because Dave's face when I said it, he was like, as he was right to do so. I deserved that eye roll.
You've still had some very like offhanded, like savage moments in
I've tried to limit them. I have tried to limit them, I swear. It's the problem with intrusive thoughts. Sometimes I don't catch them in time. I'm not ready for them either. They come out of nowhere. Jedd, what are you doing? I need to know what you're doing, Jedd. And are you trying
Can I give him my letter?
How? Okay. Here's the situation, Ted. I want you to sit yourself in the situation with us. It's dark. The moon is on its way to full. I'm going to say there's probably enough light from the moon. What do you write on your part? So you pull out a bit of charcoal. You pull out a bit of scroll. You've got the scroll, the map that kind of led you here. Just turn it over. Scribble on it. What do you scribble?
Can I roll to see if it gets to him, and then I'll tell him what it says?
No. What do you? Actually, I'm with you. What would you? I'd say skills and training makes a lot of sense here. Using airbending to make a little paper airplane, right?
Hang on. I'll type it into message to you.
No, this is so unnecessary. Just roll with.
But you don't think I'm lying about?
Roll with skills and training. Roll with skills and training, and let's see what happens.
I hope it goes to the wrong person.
It just says like, "Hey, bro," or something.
This is like on the shoreline, rat-faced man is just like walking along and they get hit the side of the head by an airplane. 12, absolute success. Jedd, as you're standing there, you watch as Keeko and Lilly take off down the corridor. For a moment, you're alone, and then you watch as a paper aeroplane, propelled by wind, floats gently through the lily-shaped hole in the canvas. And Ted, would you like to describe the flight of the aeroplane to us? Does it slam into Jedd's eye? It
is immaculate. It's probably the best paper aeroplane you've ever seen. It lands very slowly. Jedd's holding up his hand to grab something and it just lands softly in there. Can
I make one adjustment with the subtle use of airbending, the 12, an absolute success. As the plane gets close to Jedd, you just twist the air slightly and the plane unfolds into the message and floats down towards him flat as he just plucks it out of the air. Yeah, as he plucks it out of the air gently. What does the message say?
Andrew, do you want to read the message? I just sent it to him.
So much extra steps that he could just say what he wants to say, but no. We're here and we're dealing with this.
That's the greatest message he's ever written. Sorry, bro.
Is that actually what it says?
I nearly called it.
I thought I'll humor him because maybe there's a plan here. I was like, I'll humor him because maybe there's a plan. Maybe there's a goal in mind. Maybe he's trying to communicate. Okay.
I'll tuck it away for later.
My family bond.
I'll tuck it away for later so that I can pull it at any time and use it as my trump card.
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
Sorry now, so now it's on you.
Like it's my IOU. I give it back to him when I do something.
Actually, with a 12, Archie, you could have it so that as he goes to pluck it out of the air, as it says "sorry, bro," it like goes up over him and lands in the fire, so that there's no evidence.
No, you can keep it. You can keep it. I want it back.
Okay.
We just pass back and forth when we do something wrong to each other.
Jedd. The reason I humored this is because I thought, maybe maybe Ted's trying to communicate something really important that might influence your decision making. What would you like to do?
I feel slightly more sympathetic towards him, only slightly. Still a lot of hatred built up, and because he just threw me under the bus.
Yep.
But I would like to go find the other yellow necks.
Okay.
Now, I believe they're on the beach.
Yes.
I also realized they've never met me before, so this is going to go well.
Yes. Lilly, what are you doing at the moment?
I just have one very important question. Who has the brain cell tonight?
We've discussed this, Ente. There's a new member.
I zoned out. What? What were we talking about, my dog?
Yep.
There's your evidence.
I was painting this guy before, so yeah, we're good.
Bree, I think you have your earplugs.
Jedd, as you rush off after Keeko and Lilly, who are heading to the beachhead, and you just walk off alone before you realised you need to follow them. And that's the same direction that Tilla and Crake have also gone. As all of you go...
Realized the only person who does have information about how the Yellownecks work and talk and everything is not with me. So this is...
And she's also going to chat with the Yellownecks. That's why Crake went off with her.
Yeah, but wasn't she going to the tent with the meeting, though?
Yeah, that's
thought
where the
that's what's
Yellownecks are.
Oh, mhm.
Everyone's together at the moment, Andrew. There's a meeting going on.
You know what? I'm just gonna go burn down a couple of buildings. Let's just do
So
that.
so we just described the party splitting up. About 30 seconds after that, I've been describing this for almost 27 minutes. 30 seconds. 30 seconds after the party split up. Yeah, go Andrew, go.
It's like when you're trying to leave somewhere, but you can't make it look like you all left at the same time, so you have to like stagger.
And then immediately meet up on the street, be like, oh hey, oh my car's this way. Yeah, mine too. As Jedd, Keeko, Lilly, Tilla,
Fancy seeing you here.
and Craig all immediately catch up to one another. Craig's not very fast. He has a peg leg. He's not super quick as he's sort of going along.
That's not good for sand either.
Is he getting stuck in the sand at all?
No, it's not a proper peg. He's actually got like this like a wooden foot carved into it. So it's almost like it's a prosthetic leg. It's just carved out of wood, and it's got a foot carved out of the wood as well. It looks like a piece of driftwood that's been slightly hollowed up inside, and the section where the calf is, the wood has almost been carved into this almost like spiral-like structure, and it has a bit of compressibility. So as he walks, it's kind of acting a little bit like a normal leg would. As he's sort of moving along, and there's that compressiveness on the leg, but he's still not that fast. Like he can't move his ankle at all. It's wood. So as Tilla and Craig, who left first, Keeko and Lilly, you catch.
Because if the sand was soft, I would have just made it hard wherever he's walking, so he doesn't have to deal.
That would still help. That would still help. If you wanted to do that, that would still definitely help him. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do it.
Can I get a skills and training?
I get my screen open.
I would say that Keeko and I would probably be hanging back quite a bit, like dawdling, so we don't accidentally catch up to them.
Then Jedd catches up with you almost instantly. As soon as you guys leave, Jed's sort of there alone. The paper plane flies down, opens up with a sorry bro, slaps him in the face, he takes it, tucks it away, and then catches up with you instantly as he walks out the door. Tilla, that is an 8. Success with consequences. Brilliant. As you begin bending the sand, Craig sort of looks towards you, gives you an appreciative nod. Thanks for that. It's very generous. It's like a mine. Sometimes the environments we walk through, the places we land are not so great, but it's a good skill, earthbending. You seem pretty proficient at sandbending. I heard that there were some sandbenders amongst the Yellownecks. Guessing you're one of them.
Yeah.
I've been to the Seawong Oasis, you know. You ever been there?
Yeah.
I don't sound so glum. Oh, right. Sorry, lass. Well, we don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about what we're gonna do with these Yellownecks then. Yeah, the rest of your crew. You're with me, right, lass? You think that the way that King's behaved is reckless? It's untenable.
Idiotic.
Oh, we need to do something about that. I'm pleased you and your uncle, friend, junior. No, he's junior to you. You're the one with the scarf. Your trainee, your intern. I'm pleased that you both agree on that.
Other way around.
Other way around.
Oh, you swapped it. Yeah, right. Because we did talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm pleased your mentor agrees with us on this as well. It's a shame he didn't come with us. Would have been good if he could help convince your crew. If he's a member of the Yellownecks, you're still just a trainee, but I'm hoping some people, connections here you can talk to.
Please tell me I hear like stuff coming up behind me.
Well, it sounds like Keeko and Lilly are taking a bit of a back seat away, trying not to get too close. So Jedd, you catch up with Keeko and Lilly straight away, and you see in front of you Tilla and Craig. A little bit further ahead down the passageway. Do you go and catch up with Tilla and Craig, or do you stay with Keeko and Lilly? You know that Craig and Tilla are headed to the Sandbenders, specifically heading to the Sandbender encampment, so that Tilla can talk to the Sandbenders while Craig goes into the tent and warns Admiral Korn.
There's no way this goes well until that just means Tilla's just going to be stuck there alone. So I'll
Get
go
your
there
ass
with
over here.
Yeah, I catch up to Tilla because I'm like, panic. I've made sure that everything's okay with Lilly, so that's all good.
As you rush past Lilly and Keeko,
buddy.
Jedd catches up pretty quickly, Tilla, and as you watch as Craig turns around and goes...
As I rush past them, there's just a face of panic.
As you catch up with Craig and Tilla, Craig sort of nods appreciatively. Hey, I thought... Didn't you have business elsewhere?
Sorted.
That was quick. Well done. It's good. We were just talking about our plan to help deal with the rest of your crew, the rest of your organization.
Big and dramatic.
I'm all up for that, but this reveal about the canoe on the western side of the island, I don't know if we can rely on this child. I don't think she's telling the full truth.
I mean, if the canoe's there, that's more than enough evidence to say that someone else knew. So that's all you need.
That's what I think we use more. I mean, we can call upon Lilly as a... No, Lilly, what name did you use to introduce yourself to him? Peony?
Opal.
Opal. I think Opal.
We're using gemstones now.
I think Opal. If we need any more evidence, we can call upon Opal and go, and this child was here too, unrelated to the canoe. I think she is related to the canoe, but... just do the best with what we got, eh? But no, I think I'm getting the canoe and everything that was in it taken over to the main head beach. It'll be there by the time we're there. Ralphus will have it there in no time.
Coolio Hotman.
Coolio Hotman. That's not going to catch on either. That's shite.
No. Now that you said it.
No, you like. What are your connections with the rest of the Yellowneck? So, I mean, you've got the scarf, but are you high up in the organization? Are you what do they call bandits? Chieftain, boss man who can't charge his fucking camera. For podcast listeners, we have reached exactly 59 minutes and 10 seconds into the recording. That's 1 hour and 8 minutes into the stream, which means a certain camera has failed. Get a dummy battery! Before I have some sort of like cerebral event, some sort of neurological catastrophe, please, for my own health and sanity, can you just get a dummy battery? I know where you live. I'm just going to buy one. Tell me the model of your camera and I will buy it. Isn't it like Amazon Black Friday fight to the death shopaholic consumerism capitalist thing tomorrow and Monday? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll just buy you one, Brandon. He's not fixing this easily. This is a tough one. Clearly, he's like...
This one is, what's it not?
What's that, sorry?
Did I get that one?
We're going to leave Brandon. He's having his own troubles right now. Jedd. Jedd. What's your... He's just gone. For podcast listeners, he has just gone.
I've used this time to look up tribal positions.
Nice.
We're so professional.
What have you found? Yeah, this is a professional stream. I can see why the devs of the Wandering Village came to hang out with me. And why we're not sponsored.
An elder, yes.
An elder? You don't look that old to me.
Well, you know how
spring
like
chicken. I'm older than you.
You know how like look, stuff happens, but you know what?
He's the elder of like the children, so like young senior.
Yeah. I'm also like after reorganization and stuff happening. You know how it is. They go for people with like that's been there longer. So.
Oh, aye.
I didn't.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh, look, I mean, you're here with your mentoree, trainee, almost Yellowneck.
Yeah. Oh, nearly there. Oh, hello.
Yellowless Neck? What do you call your trainees? Yellowless Neck.
That was cool and trainees, but I think I'll start using
trainee. I know we can do trainees easier, rolls off the tongue. All right, well then, if you're in a position of some influence, if you're a mentor, surely they must like trust your opinions, trust your guidance. I mean, that's ideal. That's what we need to help.
God damn it.
That's what we need. We need you to convince them that. Look, while I head inside and talk to Kong, I need you to go around the camp, talk to the Yellownecks, eh? There'll be some outside, some inside, but the ones outside, I want you inside.
I can do that.
Good. That's what I like to hear. And there's a place for both of you. I'm thinking a similar or higher position, ideally. And look, young lady, there's absolutely no way that we're going to have you as an apprentice. You'll be a full-blooded member of the crew. You got the brains for it. I think you've got the makings of a navigator.
Thank you.
Aye. All right, come on. Time's a wasting. We gotta get moving. How about that? You watch as he picks up the pace a little bit, limping along. What is that? You walking, Andrew?
You don't
Yeah.
want to know what he's doing.
Okay. As the pace is picked up, it's only about another minute or so of moving through the chasms that line the edge of this depressed section in the center of the stone. The pathways meander and branch off one another, many of them moving into dead ends, probably where water has soaked down but not broken through, free from the edge of the hillside. But you can see that Crake knows his way around this place, this labyrinth, very, very quickly and easily. And before too long, he leads you out back into the moonlight once again. The beachhead is bustling with activity. There are 4 bonfires set up along the edge of the shoreline, burning brightly with many, many men and women of all ages, some as young as you, Tilla, up to as old as your mentor, Jedd, your Airbender mentor. The full range of ages here. Most of them look to be members of the Fifth Nation, but you can see over near one of the bonfires a group of much rougher looking earthbenders, all of whom are wearing that yellow scarf, the same signature yellow scarf around their necks. And standing near the group, nodding as he warms his hands in the glow of the fire, is a familiar figure. King. There's a fresh scar on his wrist. You can see a section where there's still scabs that haven't yet healed, the sign of a pretty nasty wound up along his thumb. But otherwise he seems much as you remember him. And as he warms his hands against the fire, one of the Yellownecks nearby, a younger woman, taps him on the shoulder, whispers something in his ear, and he nods, gives a bit of a nod to each of the Yellownecks around the fire, and heads towards the large tent that's been set up just off the edge of the waterline. The tent was probably once this... Andrew's dying again for podcast listeners. It's about this time he died last session too. He's still falling slowly off his chair.
He sneezed.
That was a big sneeze, mate. He looks like he feels blessed.
Bye.
I'm good.
As you look over towards...
Other Yellownecks, the other people from the bandit camp?
Yeah, do we recognize anyone else? Just King.
Just King. The others he was with
Got fired.
don't seem to be there.
So the one who I put a bomb in the mouth
Not there.
of. Okay.
That person's been committed for decades of therapy. They're not going to be here on the islands. Like decades of therapy before they can eat food again.
Good.
As you look towards the large tent, the tent very closely resembles one of the larger tents you saw not too far out from the Southern Water Tribe. One of the larger hunter tents. You can see the dyed blue cloth, the furs that have been draped across it. It looks like this is a much older tent that's been used and set up and reused many, many times. You can see stitches where it's been patched, as well as patches of mismatching colored fabric where it's had to be repaired with another type of material. Inside the tent, you can catch a glimpse of a warm glow of a fire dug into the sand as you watch King push aside the flaps of the tent and enter inside, moving in, leaving a group of 8 Yellownecks clustered around the beach, around this bonfire, warming their hands in the cool night air. As you move out into the open, you can see a number of the Fifth Nation closer to you along the beach. Give a bit of a nod, some of them even doing a little salute to Crake as he moves along the beach. To his part, you watch as he gives each of them a nod, some of them a smile, one of them he throws a little fake punch, hits them on the arm, gives them a nod, and then carries on, calling out little messages to each of them as he makes his way along the beach, leading you towards the large tent. He stops, though, at the third bonfire, right before where the Yellownecks are currently standing. Turns around and gives you all a bit of a look. Right, we've all got the plan.
Aye.
Hey, I'll meet you back out here in 5 minutes. I'll talk to Kong. You talk to your Yellowneck buddies there.
5 minutes!
There's 8 of them. What? The rest are on the boats unless you're planning on heading out onto the ships.
Oh, I thought this was never mind, sorry.
Good to know.
Well, there's no need. This is how there's no way we're going to allow the whole. We're not going to allow the whole contingent of bandits onto our islands. No. We don't trust you lot yet. I'm pleased that we didn't trust you. King's a fucking moron. No, you lot. I'm pleased you came, but your companions, we can't trust them yet. I need to know that they're going to be on our side if shit kicks off.
We'll get to work.
Aye.
Leave it to us.
If you need longer, make it 10 minutes, 20. How long do you need?
No. We can do it in 8.5.
If you need to 8.5, that's so specific. I'm not keeping track of that, you fucker. If you think heading off, as he lowers his voice, looking back towards the group yelling next. If you think they're getting over to the boat, letting the rest of your crew know, you do it, all right? If you think they'll make the difference, if they can even come ashore and they'll be on our side, I'll let them. I'll pass the message around that they're welcome to dock up and get on the boats, all right? Do you?
Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
How many on the boat?
Don't ask that question.
I don't know. You should know that. It's your crew.
No.
We wouldn't know. We would not know. This is the no-win situation for us, by the way.
You should know that. I don't know. It's your fucking crew. Unless, are you not talking about the Yellownecks?
Yeah, we're talking about you guys. Like, what are the odds?
On the boats or on the shore? There's like 60 of us on the island.
Okay, cool.
That's including the boats, the island. That's all of us here. Docked up. That's all that's left of the Fifth Nation. 61 of us. There'll be a skeleton crew on most of the boats. A Fire Nation ship, there's probably 8 or 9. We're still trying to figure out how it all works, in all honesty.
You have enough to hold upwards of more than 100 something people.
We told King there was going to be 30 of us. Fucking moron believed us, clearly.
He is a moron. So okay, we'll get to work. You get to work. See you in 8.5 minutes.
I'll see you when I get out of the tent. He just walks away from you. With that, you watch as Crake barges through, not even acknowledging the Yellownecks as he walks through, pushes aside the tent, that warm glow emerging from inside as he disappears inside the tent. Lilly and Keeko, I'm guessing it's at this point, as soon as Crake is out of eyeshot, as soon as he's headed into the tent, you guys kind of emerge from the shadows and make your way onto the beach. Jedd and Tilla. The two of you kind of just both standing there, Jedd with his yellow scarf, Tilla just in her Sandbender robes, as you guys are just standing there on the beach. 3 bonfires with Fifth Nation, about 5, 6 Fifth Nation pirates around each one behind you. The 1 bonfire in front with the Yellownecks, and then beyond that, in front of you further, the tent. So you're just on the beach in the firelights.
You're going to the one.
Can I sort of get to like turn around so I can sort of see Lilly and Keeko?
Keeko?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming at this point, Keeko and Lilly.
Like,
let me know if this is not correct, but with them gone, with them now on the beach, and with Crake inside the tent, I mean, you guys, you can emerge out onto the beach if you like. Up to you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna symbol like just flash the 5 fingers.
They look as confused as I do, as he does 5.
Yeah.
5 fingers and a thumb. It's 6.
So you just you have 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. I'll take that.
Nice.
I look at
Any way you took that was
Really,
correct. There was no wrong way to take that.
that makes more sense. Yeah,
A
I guess
wave.
he was trying to wave. Yeah.
Okay.
A wave is also 5
Thumbs up.
fingers.
But that's like an intent, like there's sort of like emotion to it. This is just
This
like a
has
flash.
no intent. I think that's the problem. There was nothing.
Unless you're putting it in front of your face to say you can't see me.
Yeah.
That's Ted's thing.
Where is he?
Or like stop as well as a really good use of the open palm.
No, but he put it close to he did it close
Back
to
of the
his
hand too.
Back.
face.
Okay, I like that.
Like
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Alrighty.
that, that to me says we have about 5 minutes to get on the ship, rig it all up, get the fuck off.
Okay.
My insanity is working.
While
You're welcome.
yeah, thanks for at least someone there having a brain cell. While this is going on, I'm going to brush past Jedd and whisper, if you want to get them to agree, tell them, like, mention traitors, because they hate traitors.
Oh,
But, like, play it.
Traitor.
Traitor.
Like, play it properly. And then I'm going to go look for this fucking boat. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Which boat do you look at? The boat the Yellownex came in on?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a hint, Tilla. You think it's probably on the ocean.
Yeah, no, fuck me.
As Tilla turns 90 degrees and walks back towards the ocean, Jedd, you're left standing there with the rest of the Yellownex around you. As they're only like 5-6 meters away at this point, and you're standing there with a yellow scarf
guys.
on. Hey, fellow. It's the fucking Steve Buscemi meme.
Hello, human.
It's the Steve Buscemi meme.
Hello,
Hey,
I
fellow
am
bandits. Have you beat up any old women recently? As you turn around and wander over towards the bonfire, you watch as the Yellownex kind of look up, and for a moment, Jedd, look up, give you a nod, hands back towards the fire, and you think, easy. And you watch just the one closest to you, a woman about your age, I would say, sort of like late 30s, early 40s. Is that fair to say for Jedd?
Question.
Hello.
Does she also have a scarf?
Yes.
They all have scarves.
Yes, they
Okay,
all have scarves.
There's no other trainees on this island. Okay.
You're on the fucking boat.
Jedd, I'm gonna give you a quick moment to think about this. Do you think, to a very important, possibly dangerous meeting that the Yellownex have been trying to organize for some time, do you think they probably brought Yellownex onto the island? Now remember, they've been told they can only have a very small number of people on the island with them, and if this goes wrong, that's it. That's King's entire bodyguard. Do you think they would have brought any trainees with them?
If he's a really good trainer.
Yeah, he's a really good trainee, but no.
Craig has not made that connection yet. He wasn't far off it when he was asking you about, like, oh, how do you run the scarf and things like that. And then Lilly fell through the fucking roof, and that trader thought went elsewhere. And he has not got it back yet. Because he was starting
You're
to
welcome.
question. He was like, oh, how do you get the scarf? Or why are you here? Basically. And then you very successfully deflected that, Lilly, and he has not come back to that train of thought.
Fellow guardsman.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, as you watch as the ladies about your age looks up and goes, Who are you? This is the worst response. Complete silence is the worst thing you could do.
Sorry, I just thought of every possible thing that just happened, and then this, and then I'm like, yeah, this is the one thing I didn't even think about.
I've been thinking about the entire time. I'm just putting that out there. Just like,
Yeah.
One thing I didn't think of, so I'm like, oh, I always thought
In
Tilla
what
would be here
world?
with me and would be the speaking voice of this because she knows what's happening. She knows the Yellownex.
You're the
and I'm
one
just here
wearing the
like,
scarf, mate.
I shouldn't be there.
I
This is a
am
dumpster
wrong.
fire. Archie, what have you got for us? How can you
my name
fix
is
this?
wrong.
Am I nearby enough?
No. To what?
To kill me. Just kill me.
Pull me out of my misery. Pull the air away from my mouth and just let me suffocate.
I wanted to try and like.
I don't know. Tell me what your plan here is, because I'd love to hear it.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
Fire out. Like,
Put the fire out.
Put the one behind them out. I
Okay.
get them looking away.
No.
So
Away.
let him speak. So you're up on the bluff at this point. At this
For a
point,
minute, like hopefully lose track of thought for like a second, so he can at least get like a minute to use his brain.
so for the podcast listeners who might not have heard that because Andrew's dying in the corner, Archie's plan is to put out the fire because the confusion that will bring should give Jedd time to think of a name. Yeah? That's the
Just
sick.
think of anything. Honestly, just to think of anything.
Also,
You can hear the airbending from Andrew right now into the microphone as he he's gone. Yeah, Ted, let me just send to you in time, place, and location so you're ready to rock and roll with this, because I think this is important. Currently, you're about 30 to 40 meters away from the bonfire. You're up on the bluffs, looking down across the beachhead. Where they've emerged, there's a bit of a cliff face. Whereas on the western side, where you parked? I'm going to go with parked. Where you parked the boats, where you docked. It was a more gradual rise down into the ocean. Over this side, there's a bit of a cliff face where the beach has fallen away. You're currently up on top of that cliff, hidden amongst the trees and the she oaks that have colonized this area of the island's upper section. Down below you, about 10 meters below you and about 35 meters away on that diagonal, is the bonfire. That's about as close as you can get. To your right, as you look down, about 30 meters away and down, is the tent. And then there are 3 other bonfires on the other side. You watched as the group, as Jedd and Tilla walk up together with Crake. Crake sort of has a bit of a chat with them. He wanders off into the tent. Tilla promptly turns 90 degrees and walks away from Jedd. Jedd kind of stands there for a moment and then awkwardly walks over to the fire. You watch as one of the Yellownecks turns and says something to him. A woman with auburn hair tied up. She turns and says something to him, and you watch as Jedd freezes. Would you like to do some airbending to try and put out the fire?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I'm just going to warn you, it's going to have to be a really powerful blast of air. This is a bonfire. We're talking about stacks of logs that are at least...
Really powerful?
I need really powerful blast of airbending.
I know one really powerful move that I have.
Oh no. He's gonna murder everyone in this camp.
Okay, I will not use thundering gusts. Don't worry.
Probably good. Fuck me. It's incredible how you guys are able to at every moment make it so much worse for yourselves. And it's not even just one of you, it's all of you. It's so impressive.
What do I roll, Daddy?
I'm going to say this is more of a push your luck than a skills and training. You need to do this without being seen or being heard, and somehow without anyone noticing airbending.
So that's a 1.
It's not.
I haven't rolled it yet.
Okay. I saw his reaction, and then when he said that's a 1, I instantly believed it based on his reaction alone.
Passion, and I have a 0 for passion.
If he's got a -1 and he rolls 2 1s, that's a 1.
Best 2 out of 3?
No, we're going to take your first roll. It hasn't come through for me yet. I'm so ready. 6, that's a miss. Okay.
So it's a 12. Oh.
No, it's a...
Oh, wait. I gave him the when he looked at me, right? Did I give him the little
Yeah, you did. You did go like that to him.
That.
Yeah.
I did. So you could say I could see Ted right now as he's trying shenanigans.
No, that was back in the depression.
Yeah, that was back in the depression. Yeah, that's right. That was 5 fingers.
Talk me through what you want to do, and let's have a think about this, because obviously I'm on your side. How can we? What's your plan? No,
As long as I could see Ted doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
I was just going to give him a little bit of a thumbs up as he's doing his air things. Like, you're doing great. Good job.
Bit of encouragement.
I've seen a bit of encouragement.
What?
Give him a +1 to his roll, like a little bard would.
The task we've been assigned with is dig a fire pit, and we've brought a shotgun and a tank to make a hole.
Here's what happens. Ted, your form, flawless. Power, adequate. Aim, way off. as you get to the edge of the cliff face, you stumble over a small patch of stones, and as you blast the air out, it goes wide. It doesn't strike the bonfire. What it does strike is it does strike Jedd vaulting him forwards into the woman who just turned towards him and said, "Who are you?" causing Jedd to just like land on top of her, smashing her into the ground as this gust of air. Like, and here's the thing as well I want to put out. Everyone around her feels this as the air like rustles their scarves. You watch as their hair goes wild. The fire flickers momentarily. There's like one of them's drinking from a small flagon. The flagon goes out over the ocean as it's blasted out their hands. And you watch us like look down, and then there's this moment of stunned silence, and all eyes turn up towards the bluff, where you see silhouetted against the moonlight the bald figure of Jedd with his arms outstretched, just standing there with the new moon, the almost full moon, just shining down, glinting majestically off his bald head.
I haven't gotten far, have I?
No, you have not.
Still been there to
Run,
view,
get out of here.
right?
Abort mission. Abandon everything. Leave.
Can we get the moon
Okay.
spirit back now?
If this is the case, and I have also witnessed whatever
the Gimli Island.
it is,
The temptation would be like, we'll see you next week, because this is the best cliffhanger we could ever end on. We do still have another 40 minutes to go, though, so we're going to have to somehow muddle through whatever this shit is. Oh,
okay,
fuck
so if I
me.
was nearby, would I have made it close enough to where Keeko and Lilly
But-
are, though?
My chest actually hurts.
You're heading directly towards them, so you would only be about, like, 10 meters away from them at this point. 10, 20 meters away.
Can I bolt to them?
Yes?
So just
Go.
sprint to the
Be
rest
free.
Yeah.
and be like, okay, well, that's gone to shit. Lilly, please get to boats as quickly as possible. And Keiko, who are you here for? Because you looked like you knew something.
Is it just Tilla and Lilly with
Lilly.
you right now, or can a lot
Yeah.
of people see me and hear me?
There's people
Dude,
around,
now
but
focus on something
but-
else.
there's people around you, Keeko. But in this moment,
That's right.
in this moment, you have to really pull your attention away as well. In this moment, as you watch as like glinting in the light of the moon, the bald head of Jedd, and I will specify, everyone can see him.
Good.
Not
You
here then.
Brilliant. A fantastic distraction. Thank you very much, Jedd.
As
I told you I'll give you a distraction.
you watch as Ted up on the bluff sort of gets his hand and puts it in front of his face for a moment and then checks. They can all still see him. It doesn't seem like that's helping.
Oh, I think I got to wave it a bit.
Yeah, as you wave it a bit, you watch as one of the Fifth Nation points up and goes, "Hey, Airbender, what the fuck's he doing? He's waving at us."
What a good day to wax your head.
It's very shiny in the light of the moon. Yeah.
I put in one of these bowling ball buffers.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my god. Yeah.
That's why I felt like I was knowing that I was completely distracted and just very safe. Like, helping out the chief's son. Gonna find Sonak, make sure that Corn doesn't behead him. That's my plan.
Oh, fuck.
So, yes, chief's son.
Okay, well, Lilly. How are we doing this? Are you gonna go with Lilly or are you gonna come with me? Because fuck whatever the original plan was.
He has to come with me because he has to show me where all of the supplies are.
I'm going to stop you there because that is a fair bit of talking. This is what you see happen next. It is important. You need to see what's happening, and we need to keep time working. You're not like there's not this pause as time freeze. You turn to and go, fuck. As all of the Fifth Nation, the small group of Yellowdecks point up, you hear a cry echo. Is that Airbender? It fucking is! Get him! You watch as one, about 30 of the Fifth Nation begin tearing across, some of them using earthbending to launch themselves up towards the edge of the cliff, and a bunch of them grabbing water, pulling it around them, and then rushing forwards. Jedd, you're up on the cliff. You watch as...
Can I fly away?
You just
For podcast listeners,
it's like my dog chasing after birds. It's
for
just
podcast listeners,
Tell us the DM's giving you a subtle
I
hint.
did just break my neck in the way that I was nodding to indicate potentially that might be an option available to Archie in this
Alright,
moment
yep,
to
I
save his
fly away.
character. Ted, I'm going to need you to roll with another push your luck because
No, I'm a pro.
as you take off, you now have to avoid missiles, ground-to-air missiles flying towards you, made up of ice shards of stone, and 2 firebenders who have very good aim. Yes.
Actually,
I'm
would that
actually-
not be skills and training?
No. How many
I'm a
times in your
really
life?
good flyer.
Yeah, but okay, sure. But you have never had to
Ted.
avoid.
I'm sorry, Jedd would have to.
There's a reason you're rolling push your luck. You have never had to actively avoid 30 people bending fire, water, ice, stone towards you. This is a bad situation you are in, Ted. This is not something you have trained for. You're not a soldier, you're a monk. This is not.
this beach is like Gallipoli right now. Like this is just cool.
8.
Nice.
Success with consequences. Ted, in a momentary pause as you look down and you see them all looking towards you, quickly check. No, they definitely can see you. You pull out the staff, open it up, and then just throw yourself off the edge of the cliff. As you drop, that initial descent as you drop down straight away before airbending is the smartest thing you could have done. You watch as a wave of shrapnel, stone shrapnel, flies over the top to where you were just standing. As you catch yourself with wind underneath, you shoot straight back up again, avoiding the second round of shrapnel flying towards you. Excuse me, this time ice shards that slam into the cliff and shatter upon impact, spraying this almost just like soft snow, these little tiny shards of ice that have splintered away, creating this glitter-like effect around the cliff face. As you rise higher and higher, the blasts of the 2 firebenders, these 2 Fifth Nation, brother and sister it looks like, as they send out these 2 blasts of fire towards you. The flames lick at your feet, burning the edge of your clothing, but the heat causes the glider to rise very quickly, momentarily, as the heat generates a bit of an updraft for you. But you can see the back of your glider. It's not on fire, but it's taken a little bit of damage. Oh, I heard myself for a moment then. That was weird. As you can see, your glider's taken a tiny bit of damage as it's just burned at the very back. And as you head straight up, where are you going? To the air temple. Time to fuck up Jedd even more.
Look what Jedd did to me.
You have just been given disadvantage by Pelikia. He meant advantage. He meant advantage. He clicked the wrong one.
That's not what he got.
The temptation to go, well, but that's...
clicked though.
I know, that's how I feel too. I don't know. Look, you might type you clicked the wrong one in all caps, but at the end of the day, the points, I have to respect the integrity of the economic system our points are based on. And if you've bought a disadvantage, I would be going against the Reserve Bank of Inspiration if I didn't honor those points as they were spent. No, you can have
Owen was
advantage,
the
Ted.
judge. Like, sorry, you clicked the wrong button. They're guilty. Behead them.
I've already done the thumbs down. They're guilty, man. It's too late. We're not accepting more evidence at this time. I can't just turn it into a thumbs up. Like, it's not that easy.
I mean, we could just refund the points and let them click advantage.
I'm also more than happy to accept it's all good. They're the same price. I was mostly just getting to troll. I was just being a dick. I just saw an opportunity to troll and I was like, yeah, this will be fun. Ted, you have advantage. You don't need to spend it now, but please keep.
Thank you.
How much did you pay this viewer for this? How much will you pay them?
0 money.
Perfect. That makes perfect sense. I wouldn't expect any less from you. As you take off, where are you going? What's your plan here?
I don't know. I just need to get out. Are they still like after me?
You can see 2 of the waterbenders because at the moment you're over the edge of the beach.
Actually hunting you.
Mate, you've just like think this through for a moment. You've suddenly just launched an attack on a beach full of pirates in the dead of night, momentarily with no warning, and now you're taking off. You're a sky target, the moon's above you, shining onto you. Like, they're not just going to let you go, mate.
Are they close?
I mean, you're currently, I'd say, about sort of 40, 50 feet above them, but yeah, man, like, they're just below you.
Oh, I have a tick.
Yeah.
On maneuvering.
Yeah.
Which are one of my 2 skills that I mastered in.
Yeah.
Can I maneuver to try and like make them
think you're somewhere else?
Try and make them hit each other, dude.
Hit each other, so you want to sort of stay above them so that stuff goes up and then gravity reasserts itself, and now they've got to deal with.
Or like, you know, when you're like, I'll like.
I'm down there.
Back down. And then I'll go. And I'll hit them.
For podcast listeners, Archie was touching his 2 fingers together in a very weird motion that I normally associate with something else. So I'm not really sure what he wants, but the sound effects sounded, yeah. I mean, there is a dock down there if that's what you're asking. This is a nautical island.
We can dock after. That's fine.
Sorry, the sound effects distracted me somewhat. So you want to dive bomb down?
Yeah, someone will go.
No, please use your words. We've got to think of the podcast. There's a podcast. So you're going to dive bomb down. We've been doing this for almost 3 years, and it still has not sunk in that there's a group of people who are audio only.
No,
Quite a large group.
Over 3 years.
Hey, you know what? This is a good time for them to come here.
I love you, podcast viewers. You do not. This should not require visuals. As Ted dive bombs down.
Okay, I'm up the top, and I go.
You're just gonna zoom again, Mochi. You're gonna zoom.
As they send an attack to hit me.
They're not flying, mate. You mean? But hang on. They're below you. Hang on. They're below you. They're shooting things up. You're going to dive down into the oncoming attacks.
Yeah, I got maneuvering is one of my impressive skills.
You can't just point to a word on your character sheet and go, yeah, but I got maneuvering. It's not fucking dark vision. Is this your version of I've got dark vision? I've got maneuvering. Things can't hit me when I'm flying. Okay.
Sneak attack.
So look, I know this is a fantasy world, but we do still have to obey the laws of physics as we understand them because the show does, and I have to go with what we've seen. Bree, can you please read out loud what you just typed in chat? I think it's important for the context that people understand what you're feeling emotionally right now, because I'm in the same boat.
I purposely muted myself so I could scream. I muted myself so no one can hear my screams. Like, I've just been screaming out, what the actual fuck, like, for the past, 2 minutes. Muted.
So,
I thought
Archie,
you were being really quiet and, holding yourselves together really well.
Archie, I'm gonna. I thought you were doing exceptionally well. I was like, wow, I need to be better. I need to be as good as Bree. That's a poker face and a half. No, she's just been screaming silently. Archie, let me paint you a picture. I know what you're going for. I reckon we can find a workaround. I'm gonna throw you the biggest fucking bone I've ever thrown anyone in any game ever. As you are flying above, there are groups of people below you. As they have rushed towards the cliff face, you have continued towards the ocean.
Yes.
So they're now behind you, throwing things up on an angle up over the ocean to try and hit you as they've spun around. Your plan is to dive bomb down, have the shrapnel, the stone in the ice. You want them to kind of aim it down towards you. So once they've bent it up, then to pull it back down to follow you down. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to quickly level out and shoot across the surface of the ocean, and all the shit they've thrown up in the air crashes down on top of them.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay. Here's what happens. You're maneuvering. Let's have a quick look at what does your maneuvering actually say before I give you. But I need to know what this is before I potentially.
Danger.
Let's have a
Plus
look.
1 to evade and observe or something.
Let's have a quick look.
No, you don't need to. It's fine.
No, I'd like
Maneuvering.
to. I think it's very important that I check. When
I
you
think this
rely
is
on
the first
skills,
thing you did.
it's just you've already got this bonus. It's in your stats. You've already got this. This isn't a special move. This is you're already using maneuvering. You can't not use it. It's your whole thing. Okay.
But what if I didn't pick it?
Then you wouldn't have the +1. Here's what happens. Ted, can I please get you to roll with skills and training?
Yes, Daddy.
You don't deserve this, but I'm giving it to you anyway.
Fuck off. I hate this. I'm going home.
What'd you get? You are home.
You are home.
What'd you get?
Wow.
It hasn't come up yet for me. Come on. It's a 6.
It's a 3.
I got advantage.
You've got advantage from Pelikia. I wish it was disadvantage. I wish it was because I already had. I think one of the questions we need to make sure we ask for the Q&A is what would have happened if he hadn't succeeded on this, because I know I was all ready to describe it, and trust me, it's fucking amazing. What's he rolled? What's he
Do I
rolled?
roll again? I thought it was just a +1.
It's the way we've kind of been doing it is that when you guys do the help action, it's a +1.
I'll take my roll. That's fine.
Yeah. The way. Okay. Here's what happens. just taking a few deep breaths. Here's what happens.
Dude, I've been laughing so much I started fucking crying.
This
You
feels a
and me
lot
both.
like. This feels a lot
Getting
like.
hot in here, guys.
This moment of chaos where none of us can kind of keep it together while one person is fucking it up for everyone reminds me a lot of when we were on the steps of the Seawong Rock and Dale was just pushing.
As well.
I'm getting flashbacks to that where I'm like, you do what? And Deb's like, I push her down. I'm like, okay. And then I tell her that I never did that. Okay. I mean, you just pushed her, so... No, but it wasn't me. Okay.
Oh my god.
Is this the first time we broke a dragon? I think it is. I think it is the first time we broke a dragon.
He's been stoic the entire time. This is
Eyes on the prize the whole time. Nah, Archie, well done, man. You've broken the unbreakable. We may call you Breaker of Dragons as your new title. I am Dragon Breaker. Ted, as you reach the apex of your flight, you're now almost directly above them. You look down. You watch as the waterbenders gather together large shards of ice, shooting them straight up towards you. You watch as one of the waterbenders is there, goes, what the fuck are you doing? We're below. Tries to stop the waterbenders doing thing, and he is successful. 4 large chunks of ice straight up towards you. As you dive, narrowly avoiding the chunks of ice as you speed down towards the ground, you watch as below 2 of the waterbenders look at each other, smile and nod, and then pull down, the shards of ice spinning towards you. And as they do so, you watch as the shards crack apart, forming almost this canopy of ice dropping down from above. But you're ready for this. This was your plan all along. This wasn't just chaos that happened in the moment as you fucked up. No. You'd planned this 6 months prior. This is 4D chess. And as you prepare to checkmate, you spin out from underneath, causing shards of ice to rain down upon the beach. Jedd, Lilly, Keeko, Tilla, I need you all to roll Push Your Luck. We're going to see if anyone gets taken out by the shards of ice currently raining down from the sky upon you.
Oh no!
Jedd.
Yeah.
Okay. Can
Question.
I do something different?
Yes. Actually, that's a good question. As you look up, you watch as the waterbenders shatter these shards of ice, creating this blanket that then rains down upon the beach. Ted just getting out of the way as he spins out across the ocean. How do you guys deal with the ice? What's your plan?
Can I make a sand shield?
Yes, that is a skills and training for sure.
Yeah.
Mine would be
I know this is
just-
going to make it harder for me.
Because you're currently on top of a woman. Yeah.
Can I drag her with me
Can you drag her with
as
you?
I try to use airbending to sort of push the sand underneath us, so we sort of move to the
Ooh.
side.
Okay.
This is a
I'm
really
gonna-
weird first date.
Yeah.
This is. Can I just say that? Can I just say
I'm just
that?
gonna
Saving.
grab her and put her on top of you.
I don't think Jedd's strong enough for that. But can I just say, as a first impression, saving someone's life, that's up there. It's a pretty good first
It's
impression.
gonna go really badly. Though.
I mean, falling on top of them because someone airbent you into them is not a great first impression, but saving their life might recover you somewhat in her eyes.
oh thank God.
Jedd, I'm going to say this falls more under push your luck in this instance, just because you're trying to do this airbending technique with someone else in tow, a maneuver you have not practiced. Lilly. Actually, Tilla, your sandbending shields, you're currently next to Lilly and Keeko. No. Yeah, you are. You're currently next to Lilly and Keeko,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I'm going to say if you wanted to kind of expand the sand shield to try and protect Lilly.
I am going to duck between Tilla's legs.
Yeah,
Human
Gonna,
shield.
dive down underneath her.
Can I use like my thing where she is my ward?
Protect, yeah, because she is, right? Yeah, absolutely, because you're protecting her in this moment.
Good.
Yeah, you are my ward. I've never had the ability to use this damn thing yet.
That explains why you keep following me around and trying to keep me from hurting myself.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Steer you away from the life of crime.
It's nice to not be the guardian for once, I must say.
Yeah, for sure.
You're too freaking
I'm Mako now.
I am the Chaos Gremlin. I am the one who derails.
I rolled.
So can someone send me advantage real quick?
On for it. We've been told we're not allowed.
I rolled.
Give it a
Don't give them allowed
Next
to.
question though.
Yes.
How does the balance thing work? Because if I do,
Oh, actually, do I have any abilities?
If you do the protectors, let's
Like
have a
a-
quick peekaroo. Yeah.
uh,
So let me
yeah,
pull it
is
up.
it like living up to your principle or something?
Yeah, so if you're using your protector's burden, yeah, so does your ward listen to you more often than not? I don't think that's, I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think Lilly listens to you more often than not. Have you recently protected them or helped with the problem? Yes, you have recently protected
Yes.
Lilly and helped with the problem. Is there an immediate threat to your ward that you are aware of?
Yes.
Yes.
Herself, mostly. So you get a +1. So can you please, so can I get you to roll just 2d6 and you're going to get +2 to this. Actually, we can take that. We can take that 6 if you like. So you've rolled a 1 and a 4. So that's a 5 plus 2 is 7. So a 7 to 9 means you get a 1. So rather than wasting that roll that you've rolled, I'll say that's your roll for your protector's burden. So that means you get 1 plus that you can use basically. At any time, you can spend that 1 to take a 10 plus on any move to defend and protect them, track them down even if they're hidden, or figure out what they're up to without them. I'm guessing the 10 plus on any move to defend or protect them.
Yeah.
Your sand shield instantly kicks into effect as you spin around, grabbing the sand off the beach, swirling it around your head and hardening it just at the right moment. Lilly drops in the fetal position underneath as you stand above her, the ice shattering into the shield as snow rains down over the side of your sand shield. One of the ice shards pushes through the shield, striking across your shoulder, Tilla, cutting a large gash. You're going to take 2 fatigue from this, but you successfully protect Lilly using yourself, your sand shield, and then your own body to save her.
Finally. I get my job.
Jedd.
Question. I don't
Hello.
know. Can I still protect her though, and not just fail at everything else and just still protect her, or is that not an option anymore?
Can we have a second? Because I haven't rolled anything yet to save
You
myself.
can't save me.
Tilla's just go full sand man mode, protect like Lilly next to you. I've just pictured myself just being like speared by giant ice. But I was like, if I roll, that'll determine whether or not I can do anything to help you.
Mm-mm.
Like, protect myself.
Maybe.
Protect yourself. Protect
Maybe.
yourself.
Wait, no, I can't. Wait, no, I can't. Wait.
Protect
Wait.
yourself.
Okay.
I use.
Oh,
I
he's
don't
looking.
think I can use that.
While you're having
I can't use it on
Jedd might
myself.
be dead.
Use it on you though. I can use it on you. I can give you a +1.
He's rolled a 4. I would save it.
I thought. Yeah. Wait, no. I thought
I'm a
you
dead
rolled
man.
a 6 before. I thought you rolled a 6.
I'm
No.
a dead man.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
6. Sorry.
Oh, I got that.
Here's what
confused.
happens
Oh,
to
okay.
Jedd.
Please
Jedd,
don't-
Goodbye.
as you grab onto the lady and try and airbend, you immediately push. Oh, okay. Tricking has given you the washing machine advantage that she has held on to since she successfully guessed.
Is that what that was on about? I was just like, I'll take a washing machine as a joke.
No, so Tricking successfully guessed. So do you remember way back when Lilly was making like that?
People.
And we said
Everyone's now used it.
that's it. This is the last one. This is it. This is the final one.
Oh my god! I can now fail again.
Roll again. Let's see what happens. I'm excited.
Push your luck. Are you
Come
sure
on,
about
give us a
this?
2. Give us a
Like
2.
groupies, use maneuvering.
He doesn't have it. That's an 8. That is success with consequences. Again, that's a great question. What would have happened to Jedd if he'd fucked up? Oh my god. He watches an ice shard just goes through the back of his head.
Questioning. We know
out
what
his
would have
mouth.
happened.
Just through the back of my neck.
Jedd, as you spin round, dropping to the ground and throwing... Oh no, you're already on the ground. As you roll over the top of her, you hear her go, what the fuck? As you like crush her underneath you before you spin, grab onto the back of her collar, and then push a blast of air out from your hands. Yeah, that's the plan, right?
Yeah, like along the sand, so it sort of looks like I'm sandbending at the same time.
Okay, perfect. As you smash out this sudden blast of sand, the air shoots towards the fire, the sand spraying into the bonfire, the air causing the oxygen, like moving more oxygen underneath the lower coals, causing the fire to blaze up in this sudden flare of brightness before dying back down as the sand pelters the yellow necks around you as you blast them with sand to get away. As you shoot out from your current position lying down, you propel both of you directly into the water, which is a pretty safe place to be. As the ice slams down into the surface of the water, you're currently knocked out, you're currently knocked backwards towards the surface of the air. You're knocked out in the water as you sink down into the depths forever. Currently knocked back as you go out over the water, drop into the ocean, and then up against the side of one of the rafts that is currently moored just off the beach. And as you pull yourself over towards the edge of the wood, you hear the sound of the ice smashing down into the beach, a few of them landing into the water right near you, but not on top of you. And as she sort of gasps for air as an earthbender and as a member of the Earth Nation, it doesn't seem like she's a great swimmer. And you watch as she kind of clambers onto the boat.
I'll help her up a bit.
As you push her onto the boat, you can see her at first turn angrily towards you, be like, what the... And then she sees what's happening on the beach. On the beach. Oh yeah, wait, there's one more person. Keeko, me lad. What?
No, I'm pretty sure everyone's saved.
Oh, what be your role, Keeko, me boy?
Is there a role to just join us?
So yeah, when I was checking those things before, I could use that +1 on myself. I'm pretty certain.
That's not what it says. So what's your plan, Keeko? If you're so I'm going to say this right now. If you're just going to try and because you're a waterbender, these are shards of ice raining down on top of you. This is definitely more of a skills and training.
I would recommend we keep that +1 for when we're blowing up all the ships to make sure that actually goes well.
Oh yeah, no, I really want to do that. I just want to make sure I don't die. You don't.
You'll be right.
Someone doesn't die.
You just get a little bit impaled. That's fine.
It's not the first time. It's just Saturday night. Okay, let's go. Skills and training, and I'm just going to attempt to evaporate the water as it comes to me because that'd be pretty fun. That'd be
nice.
Pretty cool.
I love it.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, so skills and training.
I'm just imagining Ko's coming out behind him and just a big ice shield for him.
You watch as Ko places his hands over Keiko's hands and helps guide his waterbending.
This guardian angel appears from the shadows. I've got you.
I'll protect you, my little sea cucumber.
Yeah. Okay. Let's pray. Oh my god.
Keeko, I don't.
Skills and training uses focus, and I don't have any pluses to focus, so I'm just like, oh god.
I don't want to scare you, but the only god here is me, and I'm a vengeful god. I would not be thanking me. That only encourages me to do worse. As you throw your hands up, spinning around in the air, you shatter the crystals until only a light powder snow falls atop your shoulders, tussles in your hair, and as you spin around the falling snow, you glance back up onto the cliff face and you can see looking down a familiar figure Ko is standing there, mouth slightly agape as he watches you slowly spin in a flurry of snow that you've just created from the falling ice crystals as the moonlight glints off them. And as you look up and smile, you can see him give you this like little like finger wave before a hand grabs him and pulls him back off the edge of the cliff away from what's happening. as you see Yara's.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to say it. He's adorable.
As you see Yara's enraged face be like, "We're hiding! You just saw what happened to Ted!"
Let me just imagine that.
You just like...
I give him a look, but I look away. Turn around, my friends.
Ted, as you speed across the surface of the water, you glance behind you. The beach is in chaos. A number of the Fifth Nation waterbenders have been able to break the ice as it fell, limiting the damage. The Yellownecks, who were on the beach, were not so lucky. Distracted by the sudden blast of air that knocked Jedd into them, as Jedd saved the woman, you can see the other 7 Yellownecks who are there. They've taken some pretty rough hits. Shards of ice have slashed across their bodies, slashed through their clothing. You can see one of them is not moving. They are still on the ground. Another one has managed to create like a small stone shield out of the sand around them, but this was not what they thought was going to happen tonight.
They're just sleeping, guys. Don't worry.
It's at this moment.
They just need to go to the Poké Center.
That's it. Bum, 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 bum. And they're all good. It's at this moment as you speed away. Ted, I need to know where you're going.
Home.
That is a great question.
Air Temple?
Maybe.
To the bar.
That would be a bad idea.
Borneo?
If I mean, Ted, you know that the air nomads, you know that your mentor did say to you, what was his name? Sorry, Sayan. He did say to you, if you're taking on these bandits, if you need help.
Yeah, let's go to him.
He also said next time you're back here, you have to explain everything. So
Convenient that Owen left that out, huh?
I didn't.
Let's go.
In this moment, what's
I don't
Ted's
get it.
focus? Is Ted's focus? Oh, I'm gonna have to push Jedd under more buses, or am I gonna need to somehow?
wait, isn't that Jedd? Is it? Wait, why is he helping out the Yellownecks? Wait, why is he dressed like one?
As you bring like a battalion of enemies, go, oh my god, Jedd's the leader of the Fifth Nation.
Isn't this in the world like maybe 5 hours since you last seen him, something like that?
It's about 4.5 to 5 hours. We need help. Yeah, it didn't go well. We tried it our way. It's not going well. You also know, Ted, that like there are a group of pirates who are searching the western part of the island. You don't get the sense they're going to be searching the western part of the island for long. You think there's probably going to be a very well-organized retaliatory force coming out to look for the Airbender who just attacked them. And given they know where the Southern Air Temple is... Did he just take a phone call while I was explaining this to him? Oh my fucking god.
What's happening today?
Hey,
Professional.
It must be
a
important.
very important call.
It was food.
Who voted against me?
I was going to say, there's only 2 phone calls. There's only 2 phone calls that you're not going to be punished for. One of them was DiMartino, the creator of Avatar. The other one was someone calling up to tell you they knew what the show was. Food is not an acceptable answer. Ted, there's going to be a consequence. There's going to be a consequence for this of my own making when I feel like it. I'm not going to warn you when it's coming. You will know when it has come.
You'll forget all about it.
No, I won't. Trust me, I will not
Nice
forget
session.
this. I'm not going to forget this. I was just explaining I'm a vengeful god. You're going to fucking feel it, boy.
Can I hang around? Actually, you know what? Let's go. Air Temple.
Okay, great. Ted's off to the Air Temple. Not the worst idea. I mean, an air nomad, clearly an airbender, just attacked them in their eyes. The Air Temple's just up there. If there's going to be any action taken against anyone tonight, probably they're going to try and go up to the air temple. So it's not the worst thing that you're off to go warn them.
Sorry. I need to reword it. I want to go to the air temple. Oh, I want to make it look like I go to the air temple.
He's gonna
You're
sit out.
not gonna go
He's
warn
gonna sit out like
Airbenders
100 meters away
that-
from the entrance of the air temple and just sit outside.
And then I want to like
Double back in the shadows.
down.
Double back.
Bree unmuted itself.
You
with
make
that.
some
Fucked up.
really interesting
Incredible
decisions.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I find them, incredible. Sometimes I find myself speechless at your creativity and flexible
Yeah,
morals. As Ted just takes off into the night sky, just vanishing as he heads on a straight beeline for the air temple.
I
Back
think
on
you
the
have
beach.
to have morals for them to be flexible, right?
It's a good point.
You can't.
Good
If
point.
you, yeah.
Fuck me. Back on the beach. It's chaos. Jedd, as you slowly get your way back to shore, pulling the little raft behind you, the Yellowneck is with you, sort of coughing and spluttering as she's swallowed a bit of seawater in the sudden blast of air that you knocked her out over the ocean with. As she makes her way back to the beach, she gives you a look, puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, thank you. And then rushes over towards the rest of her comrades to check on them. Lilly and Tilla. Tilla, as you break apart the sand shield, pulling it round back onto your feet, you can see that, a large number of the Fifth Nation are now starting to gather together. It's at this moment that the flaps of the tent are pushed aside and you see two figures step out into the night. One of them familiar to you. Following behind this very tall, imposing figure is Craig. You can see that he looks around, taking in the situation before barking orders to a number of the pirates on the beach. One of the Fifth Nation rushes up and begins speaking in a hurried voice, describing exactly what they saw. Standing next to Craig, 6'2", older gentleman, probably in his 40s, with dark hair, a large scar cutting across most of his right-hand side of his scalp, and you can see little glints as the fire reflects off these tiny little crystals embedded into the side of his head, which you realize are fragments of glass that have been shattered into his skin and haven't been removed. A long black coat stretching down towards the edge, stretching down towards his feet, the edges of which are tattered and broken. And you can see at his waist a belt, shards of glass attached to it, almost roped in around with loops of leather. And as he looks about, one grey eye from the side that's been damaged and scarred, one grey eye surveying the area. He looks over, taking in everyone's behaviour, looking around, listening with half an ear to what's going on, but looking.
He's only got half an ear.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the huge amount of damage to the side of his skull. Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
Lilly.
Would he notice the shard of glass strapped to my hip?
At this stage, there's a lot of shit going down. Not straight away. And then the other thing as well, right, is there's also shards of glass all over the beach. Not glass, shards of ice all over the beach. Glass and ice, pretty similar under certain circumstances. This is one of those circumstances. It's nighttime, the firelight's reflecting off them. You can't really make out most of the details. So yeah, you're probably not in a huge danger right away.
I'm just after seeing him step out, I'm just gonna take one of those wax paper things and just wrap it around the glass knife and then resheath it just in case.
Not a bad call.
Smart.
Not a bad call. As all of you are looking around the chaos, you see Craig begin to call out, having now just been appraised of the situation, calling out, "Get a team together. We need to get the boat ready. You lot, go fetch the others on the western side. We need to make sure that there's some sort of retaliation. We need to get guards out over the ocean. If there's more airbenders on this island, we need to know right away." It's at this moment you watch as Admiral Kong raises one hand, fingers extended, and you see this cloud of silvery dust pull out from underneath his sleeves, waving around his hand as he crystallizes it into glass that covers his entire hand like a glove. As he closes his fist, you hear it crackling as it moves in the firelight as he examines the glove. Who was on watch this night? As he looks around, there's complete silence as the camp holds their breath. Do not make me ask again. I said, who was on watch this night? You watch as one of the Fifth Nation very slowly raises his hand. A young lad.
Is it Ratman?
It's not Ratman. A young lad. No older
Do we know
than...
Ratman's name?
Yeah, Ratman.
You I have mentioned
Rating
it.
is rat
I
face.
did mention it in passing. Craig mentioned it just before. While you guys were on the beach. Ralphus.
Sir Ratman.
I went for something similar to Ratman. You watch
Mr. Rat.
Mr. Rat. You watch as this young lad, maybe 2 years older than you, Keeko, slowly raises his hand and goes, "It was me, Admiral," and coughs as Admiral Kong suddenly points his fingers towards this young lad, and you see the glove shatter, pierce through the body of this young lad. Blood immediately begins pooling across his chest. The glass moves so quickly you can barely see it. And then you watch as Admiral Kong raises his hand, and you see the kid slowly begin to rise as the glass inside of him is bent up into the air. And you watch as Kong pulls it closer. You can see some of the shards pulling out sections of his flesh, chunks of blood, pools of blood beginning to spatter down across his clothing as he coughs and is dragged over towards Kong. Next to him, you watch as Craig puts a hand on Kong's elbow and goes, "Is this all right? Is this really necessary?" You hear him whisper. You watch as Kong looks down through his white, scarred eye towards Craig, shrugs off, and looks towards the boy. As he gets closer, you see the young lad look up and go, Sir, please, I... And then you watch as Kong closes his fist. The now dead body jerks for a moment and then drops to the sand. Kong moves down, places a hand across the torso, and as he pulls it away, you watch as the shards of glass turn back into powder again, stained red with blood. And as they reform back into the glove, you can see it is now covered in dripping red blood. And as he looks over his hand once again, Kong turns towards the pirates. "What are you waiting for? You've got your orders." And as he turns and strides back towards the tent, you can see Craig look concerned as he follows him with his eyes and then looks back and goes, "You heard the Admiral? Go! Come on! We need to get out of this right away. Secure the island." As activity begins to spring up around you, Keeko, Lilly, and Tilla, mind you, not the three of you are doing. Just standing there going, "Oh shit."
Plan done changed.
Plan done did changed.
Okay.
Your plan might have changed. Mine hasn't.
Okay. Lilly, we're securing the island, but what do you need to do when you secure an island? I secure a boat. We need to get you to that boat, and then I'm going back to the island.
I mean, maybe you have to secure me because you don't really know me. Therefore, the ship's the best place to put me.
It's a pretty good spot to put you.
Pretty good spot to put a small child that you don't trust. So,
do we just want to put you to prison, depending on how many people are on the boat? And then if anyone's in the way, we remove them?
sounds good.
It's at this moment
Fist bump.
It's at this moment you see a figure heading towards you, Craig. Seeing the three of you on the beach together, you watch as he wanders over, limping through. He looks furious. As he gets level with the three of you, you watch as he makes eye contact with you, Lilly. "Did you know about this? Do you have anything to do with these airbenders? You tell me now, girl. I will not protect you if you have done anything to hurt our people here."
Do I look like an airbender to you? What the fuck? No. And that was crazy. What did he do to that kid?
Discipline. Can I get you to trick an NPC, please, Lilly? You outright do know that airbender. You've traveled with him for many months. Or many weeks. That is an outright lie. She She's looking to see if there's anything else she can roll and trick. She's desperately searching for a way out of this dice roll, but there isn't one. I already checked. You've been given advantage by Palikia. Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
Oh, I love you.
You've been banking this one tonight. We appreciate it.
Although,
so
hang
much.
on. It's only fair. I think it's only fair that we change this one to disadvantage because we did
Disadvantage?
change
'Cause
the
they- yeah.
disadvantage to advantage before.
Hey now.
Hey now.
It's all right.
I
Don't
rolled a
don't
10 anyway.
don't dream it's over, Bree. But it is.
I rolled a 10 anyway.
Roll again, just in case you get a 12. Why not?
Get a 13.
Okay. I
Or do you
rolled
want to
another
save
10.
it? You don't have to roll again, sorry.
Damn.
I was joking. You didn't have to roll it again. That's just a waste of inspiration. You can keep it. You don't have to spend it.
use that as the advantage now
I
because
don't
I rolled
know.
the same number.
Oh, I don't know. I think you rolled it. No, it's okay. It's absolutely fine. I was.
Owen, that was Bree taking your threat and just throwing it back in your face.
Which means that I'm going to take it back and throw it at her face. That's the way we go. Because I can't let the bluff be called.
You've done enough to me in the last 2 sessions.
That's fair. You've had to put up with Archie tonight, so. Hey.
So she's gotten a
Mate,
10.
all of this is your fault. What this
I didn't do
this
nothing.
this here? That kid's death is on your conscience. But Archie didn't even see it. Ted didn't even see it. Ted had no idea about this.
He flew up into the moonlight. I was just going to say, hey, that's a bit rough to put that. And I'm like, actually, no, it is, hey.
Lily, as you look up, childlike innocence. Well, child innocence on your face. Your child. It's a child's face. It's an innocent child's face. As you look at him with your face, you can see he's
Puppy
sort of.
dog eyes.
Yeah. Can you give us a quick?
Terrified.
Can we get a quick example of like what does Lily look like in this moment?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Could you describe it to us? Big puppy dog eyes.
Podcast listeners won't be able to see it. It's not fair to them.
It's very fair. Could you describe it for us then?
Okay, so you know, like Puss in Boots, right? When Puss in
Yes.
Boots takes the little hat off
Yeah.
and he holds it and he's got the big eyes. That.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon looks like he's scared. He looks like he's cowering in fear.
I don't know how to make like it's like reenacting my dog.
As Craig looks down at you, Lily, you watch as he slowly nods, runs a hand across his forehead. Sorry, lass. It's just, a good kid. He didn't deserve that. Fucking airbenders, we thought we were safe here. What the fuck are they doing getting involved in our shit? This is, it never happens. This is unusual. We picked this island because the airbenders are a bunch of pansies. To be fair, he did just fly away. It was our own men. I'm gonna need to have a talk about aerial assaults and how to take down flyers. We need practice on that.
Not trying to shoot your own guys.
What was that? Sorry, Dragon?
Yeah, maybe not trying to shoot your own guys as I'm holding my own, like, cut shoulder.
Yeah.
You've got a point there, eh, lass? Like usually you want to shoot up and at them is the way to go. Straight up is usually mortar fire. I'm pretty sure is what you would do. That was mortar fire.
This is such a shite show.
Is
Plan's
that the
still on.
Yellowneck
Did you
that
have
did that, or was that the Fifth Nation that did that?
the Yellownecks launched a few rounds of hardened sand towards the cliff face when they saw Ted suddenly appear, but not instantly because Ted's wearing yellow and orange. I mean, in that moment, they weren't sure who or what he was. The tattoos aren't immediately obvious, but the rest of the Fifth Nation, they were quick to start waterbending. A few of them earthbended, and then you've got the two who were firebending as well. The ones who are firebending, you can see them moving around. It doesn't look like there's many waterbenders here who know how to heal. It looks like only one or two, and you can see the firebenders cauterizing some of the wounds. The ones that are bleeding really badly, as they need to triage this shit pretty quickly. As Craig looks around, looks back, as this is such a shite show. Did you get a chance to talk to any of the Yellownecks?
No. Didn't even get a chance to make it out of here.
Right. You, Pearl, I don't think we can have you on the beach right now. I don't fully trust you. I don't think... Opal, sorry. Opal. I don't think you had anything to do. You can see where I coded the information. Big fan of pearls, I guess. Yes, look, it's still an Australian-ish gemstone, kind of.
Yeah.
We get a lot of pearls here. All right, look, here's the plan. You can't still be on this beach. I think it's dangerous for you, and there's going to be people looking around. I believe that you had nothing to do with this, but there's going to be others who might not be as forgiving or as calm about this as I am. We need to get you somewhere safe. Still need to reveal what's happened with King. The fact that he was going around revealing this information, I think is the reason why this attack has happened. Somehow the Airbenders got wind of it. I think we can still blame this on King. But you can't be here. We need to get you over to one of the ships. It's for your own protection, lass. Maybe put you in the brig.
Yeah, look, DD and I were heading over there anyway because I think he got sick of my incessant questions about pirate life. So I think he's about to throw me in there anyway.
I'd prefer to keep you under my watchful eye, but I don't think it's a good idea to have you around Kong right now. He doesn't know who you are, and he's not feeling particularly friendly today.
Up like that.
You watch as Craig looks back. You see him sigh really heavily. Look back and go, no. No, that's unacceptable. Dika, you can take her to the brig. You get onto the ship. Tell them I sent you. She's to be put in one of the brigs. Doesn't have to be on the lower levels. There's no need for her to be sitting in seawater. Upper ones are fine. Otherwise, one of the cabins, you can lock her in there. Keep an eye on her.
Aye, Craig. I'll take care of her. Straight to the bottom of the brig.
No,
that's a joke. Come on in. Go.
Talk to the cook. You can go on the galley with him. That's a safe place for you, and the cook will keep an eye on you. He's a good sort.
Is he a good cook? Yeah,
he's a great cook.
No, that's right. He's a good cook, yeah.
No one makes otter seal blubber sandwiches better than him.
Oh, God, I love those.
Can I use my move Your Rules Stink?
Yeah.
So I stand up to an adult by telling them their rules are stupid. In this case, telling him that corporal punishment by murdering a child for not keeping watch for something that zooms through the sky and can essentially be hidden is stupid. I roll with passion. On a hit, they are surprised by your argument and they either shift their balance or offer us a way forward past the rules.
Yeah, 100%.
On a 10 plus, they do both. On a miss, it reveals how strongly they believe in the system and I mark a condition. I
think this is the best use of your rule stink that I have seen or thought of. Is that a 10? No, it's an 8. I thought it was the 10.
8.
8 is still good.
8 is still good. They can either shift their balance or offer us a way forward past the rules.
He's going to nod and go, I don't disagree with you. I think the lad should have been keeping a better watch, but he didn't deserve that. I'm gonna make sure the same doesn't happen to you, okay? Any of you. Keep an eye out for you. You, Dika, get over to the ship. We'll keep her safe. I need to talk to Kong about this. I think once we make sure the blame is firmly planted at the feet of King, if you're still up for it, Lilly, if you're still up for it, Opal, I'll bring you over, bring you back. Dika will bring you back onto the shore. Get you to stand before the Admiral. You testify. You say what you saw, say what you know, and say how you came to be here. I promise, no matter what goes down, I'll keep you safe.
So when he gets mad about the fact that all of this was revealed to a small child and takes that out on me?
He's not going to take it out on you, lass. I'll make sure of it. I'll make sure he knows where the blame lies before you're anywhere near him. You're only there to put the final nail in King's fucking coffin.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Good. This never should have happened. You might want to go check on your mentor there. As he looks over towards Tilla, you see Jedd limping back to shore, dragging a boat with a yellow neck that he just tackled accidentally as he brings it ashore and begins helping her off the boat. I'm gonna go check on your mentor. Some some fine sandbending. And if you need that taken a look at, he looks around, seeing what the healers are up to, seeing that they're dealing with other worse injuries right now.
I'm fine for the time being. It's not life-threatening. It can wait.
Aye. You make sure you get that healed, all right? After. I'm getting too old for this shite. You watch with that. Craig turns, begins making his way back towards the tent. He only gets about halfway before he stops by the body of the young lad. Everyone is giving it a wide berth. No one seems to want to go near it, but you watch as Craig kneels down next to it, closes the young lad's eyes, and then begins scooping the sand away with his hands around him. A few moments later, you watch as a couple of the other Fifth Nation see what he's doing, one of them an earthbender, and moves up to assist, using the earthbending to pull the sand back and dig a large grave for him, just up from the high tide mark.
Quick, Andrew, before you bury him.
Is it time to loot that body? Is that what I'm seeing and hearing in the background?
No.
Okay.
No, even better. Even better.
I join in.
Yes, Tilla, you absolutely can. As you head over to help, Crate gives you an appraising nod. See, and you're in pain as you're doing this. The shoulder injury is hurting, but you carry on. And before too long, with your superior knowledge of sandbending and superior skill in sandbending, it's not too long before a grave is dug. And then, I mean, if you wanted to, you could even harden it so that it becomes stone embedded into the sand around him, if you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Jedd, we're going to jump back to you before we end the session tonight.
Of course we are.
As you make your way to shore, the rest of the Yellowneck's kind of looking around. You watch as the woman turns to you, looks you up and down, and goes, I don't, sorry. I don't know who you are, but got to say your timing was impeccable. Thank you. But did you need to crash into me before, or was that the Airbender?
I think that was the Airbender. He sort of set me off my feet a little. But you did it anyway, so it's fine.
Did you say you did it anyway? Okay. I'm gonna get you to roll me a push your luck. Let's see.
That also gets the stun thing out of the way as well, because like that explains that, I guess.
Let's see.
Oh, my plan worked. We have time to...
He really is the matchmaker, isn't he? Yes.
Let's see how much game Jedd has.
I told you to say you fell for her, man.
I know,
Come on.
but it's sort of...
Swept me off my feet's good too. It's almost as good.
Yeah.
All right, I want to see that push your luck come through. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
I'll push my luck.
Obviously.
Oh,
Obviously, it's push your luck. It's not skills and training. You're a fucking monk. You're in a gendered air temple. You don't talk to women.
Can he roll for Riz, please?
Plead with an NPC.
Plead is a close second. I considered plead. But I did consider creativity as well as a possible option. Passion or creativity, where I think would fall under this.
Jesus.
He doesn't like either of those answers, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's not focus and it's not harmony. 9. Success with consequences. As you say that, you watch as she kind of like, she pauses for a moment, not expecting it as you catch her off guard. She gives you a little smile.
A little blush.
Yeah, a little blush rises in the cheeks, a little heat underneath the skin. She gives you a bit of a smile, a bit of a wan smile, goes, Smooth. Your sandbending needs some work though. You sprayed it everywhere and propelled us into the water.
Taken it back a little bit and caught off guard.
You saved my life too. I'm not going to forget that. What's your name?
Wrong.
The Red Lord himself has awoken.
What's your name? Oh, name's Wrong.
Bolo. Wrong Bolo. And I'm going to bolo you off your feet. Wrong.
Thank you for bringing it back.
I'm Kate. She holds out a
This is
hand.
gonna fuck with Owen so much more than me changing my name.
And that is where we're going to end on tonight's. Tonight we're going to end tonight's session because
Wait, Andrew has to do one more thing.
No, I don't. I'm all good.
Andrew. I can't do it. I'm not there.
I got buried before I got there. It's fine.
What do you want to do?
You wanted me to roll for nipple.
Right?
I want to just
For
trick his
what? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you here. That's all we have time for tonight. That is all we have time for tonight. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's session. I've enjoyed DMing tonight's session. It was fucking madness. I
enjoyed it.
I need to go.
You're the cause of the madness. We are going to go and raid another lovely channel, Twitch people, so make sure you don't go anywhere. For everybody else, for those of you watching on YouTube and on the podcast, remember to hit subscribe, to hit the like button, leave a little, I can hear a certain bird, Coco, letting you know that it is time to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, for those of you who have subscribed, the legends that you are, you just sit back and enjoy being the absolute incredible people that you are. You've already subscribed. You're perfect. There's nothing more you need to do. Unless, of course, it's like and leave a comment. That'd also be great. Make sure that you've got your questions ready to go for our special Q&A. It's looking at this point like our 1.5k sub special will be for the Avatar Q&A. We have seen a sudden and last minute resurgence of votes for the Return of the Giants campaign. So we'll see. I think at this stage, though, it's looking like a pretty comfortable lead of 25% towards Avatar Legends. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see.
If someone
Voted. Vote now. Your vote
we are in
matters.
the need.
Yeah.
We are in the need.
Any brain cells sent are appreciated. Don't know.
One like equals one brain cell. It's a 1-to-1. It's a 1-to-1 situation.
A 1-to-1 ratio at the moment.
Absolutely. It is exactly a 1-to-1
I
ratio.
like to think with the Donald Trump the election, which is like, it was a great race. Knew who was going to win. A lot of good people on both sides.
We're doing so well keeping out of the political situation in America right now.
Yeah, we're doing so good.
Thank you so much, everybody. We're going to go and raid Crit and Miss. They are currently doing their World Render Homebrew campaign, 5th edition D&D, so we will go and join that. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again very, very soon. But until then, everybody, goodbye. See you later. Bye.
Bye.